First of two meetings here this year. Adam Kadavy with you. We'll have Melody Toscano joining us here and also will be on the Beaver Broadcasting Network here as well as KSKL. For Scott City, they are 2-4 on the year in the girls' side, 0-2 in the Great West Activity Conference as they look to snap a three-game losing streak. Their last game before the Christmas holiday break, 61-44 loss to the Holcomb Longhorns on the 20th of December. Scott City will be at home next Tuesday. That'll be their next game. Cimarron, they also come in with an identical record as well. They are 2-4 on the air. They do sit 1-2 in the conference. After they lost here at home, gave Colby, one of the top teams in 3A, gave them a run for their money, but only scored 2 fourth-quarter points in a 46-38 loss right before the Christmas break. So good showing there by Cimarron, and it looks like they had a pretty good run before the Christmas break. And so league standings on the girls' side coming into tonight. Colby and Goodland are both 3-0 in league play. Both have Colby's going to be out of league tonight, I should say. But Colby's 6-0 overall. Goodland 3-0 overall. In the league, 5-1 overall. Holcomb at 1-1 in league and 5-1 overall. Also Cimarron at 1-2 in the league, 2-4. Huguet at 0-1 in the league and 2-3 overall. Scott City and Ulysses both 0-2 in the league standings entering tonight. The boys' game should be a good one here as well between the Cimarron Blue Jays and the Scott City Beavers. Scott City coming in with a 5-1 record here. They are 1-1 in league as they picked up a 54-52 win at Holcomb on the 20th of December to stay toward the top of the league standings. Scott City entering the rankings this week at number 7 in Class 3A and loaded at regional with Goodland and Scott City. Lakin right now number 6 in Holcomb, ranked number 10 in 3A. The Cimarron Blue Jays are at 2-4 on there. They are 0-3 in the conference after they lost to the Colby Eagles 75-52 back on the 20th of December. League standings coming in. Goodland at 3-0 on the year, 6-0 in the conference. Colby at 2-1 over in the league, 4-2 overall. And then we have Scott City, Holcomb, and Ulysses all 1-1 in league. Huguet 0-1 in league, 2-3 overall. Cimarron 0-3 in league, and 2-4 overall. Let's step aside for a timeout. We'll come back and we're going to hear the comments from head coach Justin Fro as Scott City gets set to take on the Cimarron Lady Blue Jays. Back after a 2-minute break. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
At Red Barn Enterprises, we're excited to offer Pivot Bio, your nitrogen solution for better plant health, stronger ROI, and sustainable farming. Through biological nitrogen fixation, Pivot Bio delivers nitrogen directly to your crops, reducing the need for synthetic fertilizers. Proudly supporting Scott County athletics, Red Barn Enterprises is committed to your farm's success and our community's future. Choose Red Barn Enterprises and Pivot Bio for a more profitable tomorrow.
The dedicated team at Norder Supply is passionate about assisting our customers in achieving maximum net return per acre. That is how we define our success. Through unparalleled agronomic advice and best-in-class customer service, you can depend on us to do what is best for your operation. Ask them today about their spot-on service and how it can fill your needs. Norder Supply. Plain talk, exceptional results.
Coach, thanks for joining me here this evening. It's been 18 days since your last game, and you guys had about a week off just for the moratorium, the Acacia moratorium, and then got back into the gym last week. How's the team been since reuniting on the 30th of December?
Good. It was nice to get a little break, get some kids healthy again, just a little break on their bodies for the most part, and then also mentally just getting out of the gym and taking some time off and resetting a little bit from, what was a, tough schedule before the break, and didn't fare too well in our favor. So it was nice to take a little break off and kind of have a reset, and then hopefully be able to get back into the swing of things here and get off on the right foot for the new year and get a good game put together for tonight.
I know it's been a tough season record-wise at 2-4 here, but as you look back to the first 6 games, there have been some positive things you guys have been able to do, just haven't been able to put the full 32 minutes together.
Absolutely, and that's what we've been preaching here is, you've definitely shown signs of being able to be this really good team and having the parts to do everything that you need to do this year, but we got to be able to figure out how to put it all together for 4 quarters and get an entire game put together. And until we can figure that out, it's going to be tough on us to pick up these wins, especially against good opponents here. But I think we're moving in the right direction. There's definitely good things that we saw before break. Definitely a lot of things that we had to improve upon and clean up. But that's what this break was good for us, taking a little time to go back and look at the film and see what we need to continue to work on and what things we have been doing, and then going to not necessarily reset, but just continue to put in the work in different areas that we feel like we're still struggling in and get better to where we can, hopefully get to the point and putting these girls in a good position to be able to put together a full game.
What's the biggest emphasis that you guys have that you want to improve on here to get more wins here leading into midseason play?
From my perspective, I think everything starts on the defensive end. We got to do a better job of being able to, first of all, communicate and not have the lapses that we've been having on leaving everyone open. We should be able to run down the court and communicate as to who we're supposed to be matching up with or guarding every time and not be leaving so many people open for wide open shots. And that's hurt us, just sparking their offense and role players in general by giving them these easy shots that are wide open, non-contested, because we're not even getting back and matching up to begin with. So very first thing there is you got to get back and talk right away. And then second thing is, we got to stop the straight line drives that we're giving up here, which are allowing for all these kick out threes, and we're going to have to help off the drive, which means we're going to help off our man, which then we're going to have to close out and give up more shots. So really, if we can do those 2 things first, that would help us going a long ways as to getting more stops. But really what it's come down to so far in this first 6 games is, we've given up way too many open shots, and that's based on the fact that we're not getting stops with the straight line drives. We're having to help off a lot more, and then we're having to recover to these shooters, and it's really fueling these teams to get their role players going, and then it gets their stars going, and then it kind of feels like we're in a little bit of an avalanche here where, just for instance, Holcomb, shooting lights out against us, but, that's our defense was giving up way too many open shots and not making it tough on them to begin with. So, give them credit, but if we can do that, I think we'll be in a much better position to, hopefully put our girls in a spot where we're either closing out games or in position to put ourselves in a nice spot to win the game.
Once again, Coach Justin Fro joining me here tonight. Scott City taking on the Cimarron Blue Jays, a team that's 2-4 as well. They've played 3 league games, and they've had a pretty tough stretch of league games with Colby, Goodland, and Ulysses as well. But you take a look at this team, still a lot of height there for Cimarron at the block.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that they're kind of in the same boat that we are. They've had a pretty tough schedule going into their break, so it could be a good game for both of us to really come back out and see what team's heading in the right direction and what team is still on break. So I think that'll be a good matchup. I think we match up pretty well with them, and vice versa, but it'll be good to see where we're at, and hopefully we can get off on the right foot and do some things right that we were doing wrong, or at least do them better and show that we're moving in the right direction, and then hopefully pick up a win moving into this new year.
Should be a good one to start off the post-Christmas slate here. Coach Justin Fro joining me here pregame. Coach, as always, thank you for the time, and good luck to you guys.
All right, thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Lady Beaver coach Justin Fro. Your pregame interview is brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Hugh and Berta Benz in Scott City and Leota. More to come in your pregame show. We'll have a breakdown of the matchup, also bringing starters, keys of the game, and the tip-off after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Fairleigh Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairley Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
They said this place was too isolated to call home. They said it was too remote to build a community. And then one day, a farmer strung a copper wire from one fence post to another and changed everything. We didn't build the communities of Southwest Kansas. No, we just brought them together.
At Axis Seed Red Barn, we're committed to dialing in the data for your farming success. Our corn hybrids offer exceptional drought tolerance and impressive ear flex, ensuring a profitable harvest. Proudly local, yet backed by a national brand, we deliver top-tier seeds with a personal touch. And as always, we're here to support our community, cheering on the Beavers. Axis Seed, where data meets dedication.
White's Food Liner is located at 1314 South Main Street in Scott City, Kansas. They are open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Home delivery is available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just by calling 620-872-5854. They are a full-service grocery store offering a wide selection of varieties at affordable prices. Sign up today for their mobile app. Look for it in the App Play Store under White's Food Liner. Don't forget to visit today.
BBN is brought to you by Shapland Real Estate, State Farm, Norder Supply Incorporated, Ag Management Services, Vogelmore Family Farms, White's Food Liner, Scott Community Foundation.
Last year winning 39-33 here in this building in December of 23, and then in January of 24 in Scott City winning at 55-28. And last time Scott City's won 2 straight against Cimarron here, you got to go back to 2019 and 2020. And that was before the teams were league members. Both these teams, Scott City, I should say, is still looking for their first league win. They would be 1-2 in league play and then have a week off with Ulysses coming to town next Tuesday. You get Cimarron tonight here on the road, host Ulysses next Tuesday, and then go to Colby next Friday before the Sterling tournament begins in 2 weeks from tonight on the 21st. Right now, Lady Beavers sitting as the number 3 seed in that Sterling tournament coming in tonight with their 2-4 record. Southeast of Slane is 3-2, and Hugoton 2-3, just a half game ahead of Scott City in the standings of the Sterling Invitational, but still a lot to be decided here this week. I know Central Kansas, a lot of those teams do not have school or haven't had school yet this week and don't have their games yet tonight because of all the snow that they received. Anyways, let's talk about Scott City and Cimarron here tonight. The Lady Blue Jays, they gave Colby everything they wanted back on the 20th of December right before the Christmas break, before falling 46-38. They led for most of that ball game. and only scored 2 points here in the fourth quarter here against Colby, who is now ranked number 4 in Class 3. Gave them everything they wanted, but fell short 46-38. This is a team this year that is led by the 5'7" junior Tegan Eskim, who averages 10 points and 3 rebounds a ball game. And Janae Fugit, she averages around 7 points and 2 rebounds a game. She's a very talented runner both in cross country and in track. And so those are their 2 main scorers. A team that averages 32 points a game. Their losses to Goodland to begin the season. Kingfisher, who's been a perennial power in Oklahoma, and a pretty big school in Oklahoma. I think a 3A or a 4A in Oklahoma, if I'm not mistaken. And then they defeated Clinton and lost to a very good Bethany, Oklahoma team who's had some pretty good success in years past. And then they beat Ulysses by 3. And Ulysses by 3 here. And that was 3 weeks ago, and then losing to Colby here at home before the Christmas break. They have Holcomb here at home on Friday, and then they have Tuesday off next week, and then they go to Goodland on the 17th, and then they'll wrap up their schedule with Goodland next Friday, the 17th. On the other side, Scott City looking to kind of put 20-24 behind them after a 3-game losing streak, losing to Garden City, to Goodland, and to Holcomb. Game where they had it won against Goodland, but Goodland with that big run in the third quarter. Holcomb gave up way too many threes, gave up 8 threes in that first half and ended up 13 for the ball game. And that's, I think, been a point of emphasis, just kind of cleaning up the defensive side of things. They've had some good moments this year on defense, have the Lady Beavers, but just need to have a little bit more consistency. Turnovers have kind of gone up a little bit as well. They average around 17.5 turnovers per contest. Do the Lady Beavers this year. They've gotten to the foul line 115 times. They are at around 64% as a team. But they, of course, led this year so far by Megan Trout's 9 points and 4.5 rebounds a game, and Piper Fox with 8 points and 4.2 rebounds a contest. So some very winnable games coming up here for Scott City. This will be a good one here tonight, and then next Tuesday against Ulysses. It'll be interesting to see how Ulysses and Hugoton battle tonight in Hugoton. That should be I'll be interested to see how that one turns out. I think that could be a pretty good game. Scott City does not see Hugoton unless they see him in the tournament at Sterling. They will not see him until the end of the month, the 31st of February or January, and then they would see him on the 20th. That's on a Thursday night, by the way. That's been changed on the calendar. So once was as that last Tuesday of February. So if you do have your calendar out and you see Hugoton on your calendar last Tuesday of February, that's been moved to Thursday, the 20th of February, from the 25th to the 20th. They want to get all of the games in if they can before the seeding of the sub-state, because sub-state begins on the 27th of February this year. Just a new format. Of course, the higher seeds will host the first 2 games of sub-state in the group of 16. The Lady Beavers currently tonight are sitting in a kind of a Scott City and Cimarron are in a 3-way tie. We Russell included at 10th right now in the 3A Scott City standings at 2-4 on the year. Colby and Southwestern Heights remain low and unbeaten at 6-0. Goodland and Holcomb are 5-1, and then Larned and Ellsworth are 4-2. Hoisington at 3-2. Beloit and Lakin are at 3-3. So that's kind of the teams ahead of Scott City. So it's a pretty jumbled mess there. And then you have Kingman, Nickerson at 1-5, Lyons and Norton at 1-6 this year. All right, we're moments away here from tip-off here at Cimarron High School. Not a new perch here at Cimarron this year. Kind of nice. We're not on the walking track level. They built a new kind of a press area to sit here. It's really nice, padded chairs and everything. We'll have to talk about, say, if we can get those in the future back in Scott. No, I'm kidding. But that's a good setup here in Cimarron here tonight. Kind of really on the east side. Took out a couple of rows in the middle up top. So very fortunate to have the seats that we do have here in Cimarron. We're going to step aside for another timeout, so we'll come back with your starting lineups. We'll have the keys to the game and the opening tip-off with Scott City and Cimarron on the girls' side. Back after this break, this is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Red Barn Enterprises is proud to offer Meristem crop performance products, including Upshift C and Revline hopper throttle. These innovative products help reduce fertilizer waste and boost your crop's performance. ensuring healthier plants and better yields. Committed to our community, we proudly support Scott County Athletics. Choose Red Barn Enterprises and Meristem Crop Performance products to enhance your farm's efficiency.
Western State Bank, Backyard Blooms and Garden Center, LLC, Spray Foamit, LLC,
Good Anesthesia and Pain Management Services,
Go with the proven winner. I'm Michael Trout from State Farm in Scott City. When it comes to auto insurance, we score big with our policyholders. We score on competitive rates, on customer service, and on satisfaction and speedy claim handling. Let us quote your autos today and make you a part of the Trout State Farm team. Call or stop by Michael Trout State Farm and you can be assured of our personal best. Go with the winner, Michael Trout State Farm, Scott City.
At American Implement, we believe that education and athletics play a crucial role in uplifting communities. Our commitment to supporting farmers aligns closely with the values of teamwork and resilience found in sports. By investing in local initiatives, we enhance individual lives and strengthen community bonds for a brighter future. American Implement, indebted to the past, committed to the future.
By
for the Beavers, a 6-foot junior.
Tricia Good and Matt Fox, we do have Piper Fox getting her first career start tonight. She is a 5'11 junior, and she averages 8.2 points, 4.2 rebounds a game. Kendall Gentry, she is a 5'5 senior who averages 5.3 points and 2.3 rebounds a game. Krista Irvin, she is a 5'5 junior, averaging 5.8 points and 2.3 rebounds a game. Avery Lewis, a 5'9 senior, 5.7 points and 2.7 rebounds. And Megan Trout, a 5'10 senior, 9.2 points and 4.5 rebounds. Kendall Gentry, Piper Fox, Chris Irvin, Avery Lewis, and Megan Trout. For Cimarron, they are coached by Austin Stebbins in his fourth season, assisted by Taylor Jantz and Alicia Forsyth. It'll be Kinley Frink, a 5'5 junior, 2.2 points and 2 rebounds a game. Tegan Escom, she is a 5'7 junior, averaging 10 points and 3 rebounds a game. Madeline Burkhart getting the start here tonight. She is a 5'9 senior, 4.2 points and 5.2 rebounds. Janae Fugit, a 5'7 senior, at 6.8 points and 1.8 rebounds. And Kinsey Jantz, a 5'9 senior, 2.7 points and nearly 6 rebounds a game. Kinley Frink, Tegan Escom, Madeline Burkhart, Janae Fugit, and Kinsey Jantz. All right, on to our keys to the game, presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. We go to the proven winner. Keys tonight here for Scott City. I think the first big key for the Lady Beavers is they've got to defend a little bit better, be confident in your defense. Second key for Scott City is really kind of know where Escom and Fugit are. Those are their top 2 scorers. Those are your keys to the game as we get going here. Lady Beavers in their road navy blue uniforms with the light blue numbers and letters. Cimarron on their home white tops with light blue numbers, letters, and dark blue trim. We got a couple of action of the game. Up top it goes to Kendall Gentry. Now right to Irvin, back up top to Gentry, works around left side to Fox, skips it over right side to Irvin. Now right corner to Avery Lewis with 8 to shoot, 7, 6. With it is Irvin with 5, with 4. Fox, here's 3. Kendall Gentry launches a 3, and it is short. Rebound, trap, boxes away, goes up and in and out and back home. It took its time getting back into the hole, but it's 2-0 for Scott City. 7:16 to go, first quarter of play. So Scott City with an offensive board and an early 2-0 lead. Cimarron's first possession back the other way. With it are the Lady Blue Jays right side to Escom. Lob in to the right block to Kinsey Jantz. Back up top to Escom. Trying to back her way in on Gentry can't. And now picked up by Cimarron. They'll throw one up and score it with Janae Fugit. 2-2 here in the 6:52 mark of the first quarter. And our first tie of the evening as Scott City brings it back across the other way. Now trap out high for Urban, trying to find Avery Lewis. Oh, they're going to say last touched by Kinsey Jantz. It'll still stay Scott City's ball, 25 to shoot, 6:39 to go first quarter. We're all knotted up at 2. Lewis inbounds it in now to Tratt. Left block going to her right. Throws up a wild shot, no. And saved into play, but right to Avery Lewis, and she hits the short corner jump on the left baseline for 2. Scott City with a couple of offensive boards early on, and it's 4-2 Scott City with 6:25 to go here in the opening stanza. Scott City with a couple of offensive boards, points off of second chance opportunities. All 4 of them belong for the Lady Beavers. Here's Escom driving down and gets a strip. Still loose, picked up by Lewis. Turnover number 1. Good job by Scott City collapsing on Escom. We've played nearly 2 minutes. 4-2 Scott City with leading the ball. They are 2 of 4 from the field here early on. And got a whistle, kick basketball. And it'll still stay Lady Beaver ball with 24 to shoot. 5:59 to go first quarter. 4-2 Scott City. Cimarron does not go back to class until Wednesday tomorrow. Scott City, of course, their first day back to school was today. So no pep band here tonight. Lewis up top to Irvin. Puts it on the floor. 13 to shoot. Cimarron has forced Scott City into some late possessions here. 8 to shoot. Lewis holds it now up top to Trout with 6. With 5, try to high-low it in, and it's too high. Trying to get it to Piper Fox, and the team's trade turnovers. 5.5 to go first quarter. 4-2 Scott City leads Cimarron with the ball. Escom. She'll try to drive in, and she draws a foul out high on Kendall Gentry, and that'll be her first, and that'll be the ball game's first foul with 5:29 to go here in the first 8 minutes of play.
First team foul of the quarter for the Lady Beavers.
So the shot clock will not, I thought it might reset, but it has not yet. Now throw it up top here. And I'll hand it Jantz now to Escom. They're working around the perimeter. We got that was a whistle in the C-team game. And then we got a foul on Scott City. That's their second foul of the quarter. That'll be, I believe, on Piper Fox. That'll be her first. And 2 free throws coming up here for Kinsey Jantz. She's a 5'9" senior. She is 50% at the foul line this year, 6 of 12. Cimarron as a team, 47%. That one off the back iron. She'll get another one. But if she's a true 50% free throw shooter, she will hit the second one. Still 4-2 Scott City, 5:21 to work first quarter. Second free throw up and up, no good. Rebound, Chris Irvin boxes out. Scott City's won the rebounding battle here so far. They have 3 rebounds. Cimarron yet to record a board. 5:10 to work. Gentry uses up her dribble high, needs help, finds it, avoids a 5 count, and Cimarron switches to a man. Irvin with the dribble up top, goes left to Gentry looking for a cutter. Trying to flash the high post, now up top. Piper Fox, bodied pass, picks it up, goes up left, and she draws the foul. And she'll head to the line to shoot 2. That'll be a foul on Madeline Burkhart, the 5'9" senior, her first. Cimarron's first foul. Fox, her first career start tonight on the varsity side. Heads to the line where she's 72% on the year. Scott City, 64% as a team. Free throw is good, and it's 5-2 Scott City.
Shooting team.
4:54 to go first quarter. 5-2 lead here for Scott City. They've scored the last 3 points of the ball game and make it the last 4. 3 different players with 2 points for the Lady Beavers as they have the last 4 points of the ball game. 6-2. 4:50 to work first quarter. Jump stop across the timeline. Escom goes over to Kinley Frink with it. Round the perimeter up top with it as Frink flips it behind her to Tegan Escom. She'll drive left lane line, and now left wing 3 on the way, and that is good for Madeline Burkhart, her 6-3 of the year. Pulls Cimarron to within 6-5 with 4.5 to go first quarter. Gentry gets it into the front court, gets a screen, and And she's going to throw it away. Scott City with 2 turnovers here in the first period. Coach Justin Fro will send Mackenzie Metzger to the lineup for the first time, as will Kaylee Felker enter for the first time. Felker, a 5'6 junior. Metzger, a 5'6 senior. That'll be Chris Irvin and Piper Fox. 4:20 to work first quarter. 6-5 Scott City lead. Cimarron looking for the first lead of the night. Right side with it here. Entry feed right block. And now back up top right side here to Escom. She'll float one up but misses it, and she'll get 2 free throws.
Foul on Kendall Gentry. That is her second personal foul.
And they're going to get Gentry with her second personal and already the 13th foul of the quarter. 2 free throws coming up here for Escom. She is 67% on the line, second trip to the line, and the free throw is good. We're tied for the second time at 6. 4:04 to go already at the midway point of this first quarter. Chris Irvin in to replace Gentry, who checks out with 2 fouls. And the second free throw is also good, and it's now 7-6 Cimarron with the first lead. Halfway mark first quarter. First lead change. Cimarron trailing leading for the first time in Scott City with another turnover. Cimarron second still. Here's a left wing 3. It's good for Janae Fugit. She has 5 points and her 10th triple of the year. Gives Scott City a 10-6 lead. 3:40 to go first quarter. Three and a half to go first quarter. Left baseline, Avery Lewis turns down the 3. Cimarron on an 8-0 run. Trout tries to ends it, but she leaves it short, and the rebound to Burkhardt for Cimarron. They're on an 8-0 run here. Scott City down by 4 as we're down to the 3:20 mark. Splitting the defenders, taking it coast to coast, missing a layup. That time was Escom. Fight for the rebound. Lewis had it and then throws it away, and another turnover, the 3rd turnover in 4 possessions here for Scott City. Lewis grabbed her second board in the process, and then a whistle out high and a travel. That'll be Cimarron's second turnover. With 3:06 to go first quarter, Scott City with a 10-6 lead, or deficit, excuse me. Right corner to Mackenzie Metzger, up top to Kaylee Felker. And now Scott City will throw it away, or deflected, excuse me. They get it deflected out of bounds. It'll still remain Lady Beaver ball with 23 to shoot. Shot no, and a rebound backside. Here's Fugit with it. Scott City's gone scoreless here over the last couple of minutes here. And Fugit with the board. Missed shot here. 2:40 to go first quarter. Scott City down 4. Cimarron on an 8-0 run, and they will almost add to it. There's a scoop shot miss for Escom and a rebound for Irvin. She has a couple of boards here in the first quarter, and then Scott City's going to throw it away, and they're going to commit team foul number 4 in the process, as well as their 5th turnover. Metzger with the foul, her first. And Coach Justin Fro wants time to talk things over. It's just a 30-second timeout. With 2:28 to go first quarter, 10-6 for Cimarron as they'll have the ball on an 8-0 run. Basketball tonight presented here by Ag Management Services, American Implement, B&H Paving, Barley Grain, Beavertown FFL Beef Belt, Burning Farm, Shells Flowers and More, Circle C Farms, Clint's Diesel Repair, also Farm Bureau Financial Services, Human Berta Benz. Also, Fairleigh Companies and First National Bank. So Scott City has not scored here over the last 2 minutes. Cimarron has scored 8 in a row, and they lead at 10-6 here with 2:28 to go here in the first stanza. A good timeout taken by Coach Fro here just to kind of settle the troops down here a little bit. Kendall Gentry on the bench with 2 fouls right now. Fouls 4 on Scott City, just 1 on Cimarron out of the 30-second break. See what the Lady Beavers can do here on the defensive end. Going right with the dribble is Tegan Escom. Man-to-man defense for Scott City. Escom with it up top, uses upper dribble. Now skips it over left side to Janae Fugit. Fugit ball fake now guarded by Lewis. 20 to shoot. Uses upper dribble, deflected, but picked up by Burkhart. Back up top to Kinsey Jansen, almost lost. Picked up by Kinley Frank. 10 to shoot. Frank flips it over to her right to Escom, who cuts to left up top, and that's going to be a moving screen on Madeline Burkhart. That'll be her second, and the team's third. That foul up high, and that'll bring in Crimson Sonde for the first time. She is a 6'1 senior, and she did not play her junior year. Comes out her senior year. She averages 3.7 points a game. Megan Trout exits as Peyton Gentry, the 5'8 sophomore, enters for the first time. Scott City has Mackenzie Metzger, Peyton Gentry, Krista Irvin, Kaylee Felker. Nice cut. Here's Peyton Gentry, goes to her left, scores it, and one. Peyton coming off a career high at Holcomb 18 days ago, ends the 8-0 run by Cimarron with 1:49 to go first quarter. Crimson Sunday here first foul, team's third of the quarter. 10-8 Cimarron, 1:49 to go first quarter. Gentry, as I mentioned, had 6 points against Holcomb, final game before the break. Nails the free throw, and Scott City pulls Scott City to within 10-9. 1:45 to go first quarter. Cimarron brings it across left to right as we see it. Right side over the pass to Kinsey Jantz. Guarded by Kaylee Felker up top. Launching a three is Frank off the heel. And back down. It gets a nice friendly bounce. Frank with her fifth three of the year. Cimarron with three of them in this quarter, and they lead at 13-9, 1:25 to go first quarter. Scott City's trying to break the press, and now a trap out high. Metzger with it. Bounces it over to Chris Irvin. Irvin surveys over the right side. Now finds a cutting Peyton Gentry back out high to Irvin. For an answer back three. The bank is open late here in Cimarron as Irvin drains her 7-3. Pulls Scott City back to within 13-12. Final minute of this first quarter. Cimarron's 9 of their 13 points have been behind the arc here. Final minute of the period. Right side over to Kinley Frank. She gets around the screen. 18 to shoot. Goes right side. Here's Kinsey Jantz back up top. They're working around to Fugit left wing. Guarded by Gentry. Peyton Gentry. Now Sonde throws it behind her to Jantz. 8 to shoot. Kaylee Felker in a good guarding position, and she ties it up with 5 to shoot. It'll still be Cimarron Blue Jay ball with 38.2. 5 seconds on the shot clock. And a 13-12 Cimarron lead.
Basketball after the tie-up.
They accidentally reset the shot clock. I think it should be just 5 on the shot clock. And they're going to reset this here. They do have a different shot clock operator here tonight. So, got to learn the whole process here. They're just going to wind it down. Oh, there we go. They're using warp speed there to get it down to 5 seconds. There we go. Good work. It's hard to believe this is Cimarron's third home league game of the year. 5 to shoot, left corner and left wide open is Escom for 3. Bounces around, no. Kaylee Felker boxes out. 30 seconds to go first quarter. Shot clock, I think, should be shut off here. 25 seconds to go first quarter. Got a whistle. I think they're going to put some time on the shot clock maybe. 26 seconds. I think it was under. We'll see what they decide here, but it looked like they were already under the 35 seconds. They're going to wind it down here. There's 30 to shoot and 26 on the game clock. It's virtually shut off. Oh, they're going to put 21 on the shot clock, says the one official. 26 seconds to go, first quarter, 13-12 Cimarron. $20 seconds to work, right wing. Over here to Peyton Gentry, now up top to Felker. They're working around left side. To Chris Irvin with 12. She'll just step up and fire a left wing 3. Wide right into the hands of Crimson Sonde for the board. The shot clock is running down. Escom within the backcourt with 3, with 2, with 1. and they will not get a shot off in time, and that's the end of your first quarter. 13-12, Cimarron leads, 8 minutes in the books here in Cimarron. The Lady Blue Jays lead by 1 heading to the second. Back in a minute, this is Lady Beaver basketball.
BBN is brought to you by Lone Tree Farms, J&R, Next Tech Wireless, Pioneer Communications, S&T, Scott County Hospital, Scott Co-op, Security State Bank.
At Red Barn Enterprises, we offer a full range of products to boost your farming success. As your locally owned Axis Seed regional company, we offer products to support the health and productivity of your crop. With a wide selection from BW Fusion, Meristem Crop Performance, and Pivot Bio, we have everything you need to protect your crop from abiotic stresses and feed it for top yields. Proudly supporting the Beavers, Red Barn Enterprises is your local partner committed to your crops and community.
Set to begin the second quarter to be Scott City basketball down by 1, 13-12. Scott City's led by as many as 4. Cimarron's led by as many as 4. And we're about set here for this second period. 5, 8, 9. All right, here we go. Second period officially underway. Cimarron was 2 of 4 at the line. Scott City 3 of 3 in that first quarter. Here's a 3 for Avery Lewis in the left corner. Scott City 2 of 4 from the three-point line in the first half, and the Lady Beavers are back up 15-13. Back-to-back threes to give them a 2-point lead here. 7:40 to go first half. Our second lead change of the night. Scott City has had 5 different players score here in this first half, and Cimarron's going to throw the ball away, their 4th turnover. Avery Lewis, Peyton Gentry, Chris Irvin, each with 3 points for Scott City. Cimarron's led by Janae Fugit's 5 here in the first half. They were 4-7 shooting now. Cimarron will steal it, and dribbling on the sideline was Eskim. So Scott City avoided turnover number 6 of the half. Lady Beavers are 4 of 9 from the floor. Cimarron was 4 of 7. They hit 3 threes to the Blue Jays. Scott City now has 2. They lead by 2, 15-13, early second quarter. Right side over to Chris Irvin, into Piper Fox, post up, double team, backside. Megan Trout goes up and scores a good ball movement that time, and Trout with 4, and Scott City on an 8-0 run. 17-13, 7 minutes to go first half. As Cimarron had an 8-0 run earlier in the ball game in the first quarter, Scott City's come back with an 8-0 run of their own here, and they match their largest lead in the half. Frink with it and play a weave up top. Kinsey Jantz almost gets it stolen away. Now uses upper dribble, finds Crimson Sonde, goes right with the pass to Kinley Frink. Frink with it, works around the perimeter, lobs the left baseline to Tegan Eskim. Eskim with 8 to shoot, back up top. Here's Fugit. She'll drive in, almost walked with it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. They just get the 3 off in time. It's short, and the rebound to Peyton Gentry that was put up by Frink. And here's Scott City back the other way, looking to add to their 8-0 run. Irvin with it out high. They've out-rebounded Cimarron 6-3. Nice position for Trout. Goes up, and she gets bodied that time by Sonde. That's her second foul, team foul number 1, and good job by Scott City getting it to the block here in the first half. So Sonde with 2, Madeline Burkhart with 2. Trout, her first trip to line tonight. She has 4 points, now the team leader in points with 4. She is a 54% free throw shooter, and she misses that first one. Scott City now 3 of 4 at the line as Kendall Gentry re-enters with her 2 fouls. Chris Irvin exits in for Cimarron. Brady Burkhart, a 5'10 sophomore. So Cimarron not lacking any height here on their lineup. Trout misses them both. Oh, she probably got away with the foul over the back, push. Cimarron does collect the board. Fugit with that board. That's her second. Scott City goes empty-handed at the foul line. Leads it, though, by 4. 6:10 to go first half at 17-13. Cimarron with the basketball. Frink with it up top here to Tegan Escom. Loses the dribble, and it's ripped away by Peyton Gentry. Scott City's 5th turnover forced on Cimarron in transition. Kendall Gentry had it, and then she loses her balance, but finds Sister Peyton. No. Rebound, Megan Trout. Goes to her right, lays it up, and scores it. Trout with a half a dozen, and Scott City on a 10-0 run. 5:47 to go first half at 19-13. So good job that time by Scott City. Trout's pulled down a couple of offensive boards. Her 4 of her 6 points on second chance opportunities. Brady Burkhart with it, gets a screen, flips it up top. Escom looking to drive in, cut off by Peyton Gentry. Goes to her left with the pass. Left wide open is Kinley Frink for 3, no. And shooting woes continue for Cimarron. Rebound, here's Avery Lewis pushing it across, 3-on-2 numbers. Threads it to Kendall Gentry, catches it, goes up, misses it too strong, and undercutting, or getting in front of Piper Fox was Brady Burkhart for the board. Lady Beavers up by 6. Cimarron with the ball, and Fugit fires a 3. No. Rebound in the hands of Megan Trout for Scott City. Collects another board. Scott City with a 6-point lead as we're under 5 to go here first half. Kendall Gentry running the point. Up top, and Cimarron switches to a little bit of his own. Avery Lewis will drive left side, leans in, gets a shot blocked, but right to Fox, who puts it up the glass. Timeout, Cimarron. It's a 12-0 Scott City run. 4:42 to go first half. Scott City with at least 8 points, I've counted, off of second chance opportunities here. Basketball tonight presented here by Farm Bureau Financial Services, Neil Baker, Fro Heating and Cooling, Fro Ag Service, Fro Electric, Good Anesthesia and Pain Management Services, Great Western Tire and Deckmar, High Choice Feeders, Hamamy Farms, HRC Feed Yards, and JNR Car and Truck. 4:42 to go second quarter. Scott City on a 12-0 run in this ball game. Cimarron has not scored since the 3 with 1:29 to go first quarter. It is 21-13. So they haven't scored in over 4 minutes here in this first half. Scott City has done a good job of forcing a couple of turnovers along the way, forcing Cimarron late into the shot clock. They had to put up a shot, but so far it's 9-0 run in this second quarter and a 12-0 run overall in the ball game for the Lady Beavers out of the Cimarron 30-second timeout. They'll lob it right blocked. With it is Kinsey Jantz, guarded by Megan Trout. Now right baseline. Escom will drive the right baseline and almost stepped out of bounds. She tight-roped it by the narrowest of margins. 12 to shoot. Escom to left pass underneath. Shot up over Trout. Crawling off that time for Kinsey Jantz. And Trout collects her 4th board. Did a good job of going straight up. And now Kendall Gentry. She gets hammered by Kinley Frank as the pass went her way. That'll be team foul number 2 of the quarter on Cimarron. And that'll be Kinley Frank's first foul. 4:08 to go second quarter. 21-13 Lady Beaver lead. Avery Lewis into Trout. Backs her way in. Tough shot on the right side. No, Kaylee Felker couldn't get the rebound. And it'll go out of bounds to Cimarron. Good effort. Trying to get that. It's Felker who tipped it out of bounds last. Scott City doing a good job of trying to get it underneath there in the post players. 6 points for Trout to lead the Lady Beavers. Avery Lewis has 5. Cimarron won the backdoor cut, but Scott City denied it. Here's Escom around the screen. Now the pass behind Burkhart as she'll lose it out of bounds. Cimarron with her 6th turnover. A trio of Lady Beavers in. Krista Irvin, Peyton Gentry. Also back in Piper Fox, Kendall Gentry, Megan Trout, and Avery Lewis will exit. Here with 3:51 to go second quarter. 21-13 Scott City with an 8-point lead. On a 12-0 run, looking to add to it, and they tried. Here's Fox driving in, shoots a tough shot up, no. Tipped around, last touch by Fox, they'll say. It'll belong to the Cimarron Blue Jays. Good fight for it underneath there at 3:39 to go second quarter. Lady Beavers up by 8. 21-13 Cimarron basketball. Lady Blue Jays have not scored in 5, make that 6 minutes of this ball game. 3:28 to go second quarter. Fugit with it up top. Drives right side and then dribbles it right off her foot. It goes out of bounds. And Cimarron with turnover number 7 of the half. Lady Beavers continue to play some pretty good defense, frustrating the Lady Blue Jays here as they'll go try to trap out high. Kaylee Felker with it up top. Skips it over left side. Chris Irvin Holds it, now trying to get it into Fox. Goes to her right, puts up the layup, crawls off. A little bit of contact, they let it play through. Kinsey Jantz with the backside board. Scott City's getting some good shots, but just haven't been getting to drop the last couple of trips down as we approach 3 minutes to go first half. And Cimarron with an unforced error as they throw it away. That's their third consecutive turnover and their 8th of the half, as that allows Katie Weathers to enter for the first time, a 5'8 sophomore. And also Madeline Burkhart returns, as well as Sadie White for the first time, a 5'10 senior. 2:58 to go second quarter. Lady Beavers with an 8-point lead in the ball, 21-13. Cimarron in a zone defense, kind of a 2-3 look here. Irvin gets the ball poked away by Escom. It'll go out of bounds and stay with the Lady Beavers with 23 to shoot. 2:49 on the game clock here in the second. 21-13 Scott City lead and the basketball. Up top with it. Left side, Gentry, nice cut by Fox underneath the Weathers. Oh, just a little too high for her. And that's Scott City's first turnover of the second quarter with 2:37 to go. That's their 6th turnover overall here in the half. We've been stuck at 21-13 for a little over 2 minutes here as the drought for Cimarron has entered 7 minutes now. Driving in and almost stolen away. That's last touch knocked out by Irvin. Good effort here. Almost got the steal and almost got Cimarron into their 9th error of the half. And Coach Justin Fro will sub in 3 Lady Beavers: Avery Lewis, Kendall Gentry, Megan Trout. Out will be Katie Weathers, Mackenzie Metzger, and Peyton Gentry. 24 to shoot for Cimarron as they just get it in the left corner. And Escom will launch a 3. Too strong. Avery Lewis had it. Oh, they're going to say last touched. As her and Madeline Burkhart were fighting for it, they'll say Lewis last to touch it. The shot clock did not reset because it did not hit the iron. Cimarron trying to avoid the 5 count to throw it in. Ball deflected, still loose, but picked up by Frink out high left. Now left corner, it goes to Brady Burkhart. Lady Blue Jay hit the deck inside the paint, 10 to shoot. Now with the right side, driving in, here's Eskin to the foul line, left wing. Brady Burkhart launches a 3, and that is good. She hits her 3rd 3 of the year, Cimarron's 4th. Her first points in nearly 7.5 minutes, 2 minutes to go first half. It is now 21-16, and Scott City throws the ball away, and that's their 7th turnover, back-to-back turnovers. And just like that, the Blue Jays have the ball down 5 with the 1:56 to go second period. 21-16 your score. The Blue Jays of Cimarron with the basketball, down by 5. Escom up top to Brady Burkhart. Cimarron has hit 4 threes in this first half. Around his screen was Frank, almost a moving screen, but I say no. Now driving down the middle, there's Escom, her runner, no. And the rebound into the hands of Avery Lewis, who collects her 3rd board. Lewis brings it across right to left, 90 seconds to go second quarter. Now Kendall Gentry pulls up mid-post left and buries it. Her first basket, 23-16, 1:24 to go first half. Scott City first basket in over 3 minutes. Cimarron's only scored 3 points in between. And now Burkhart with another 3. That one a little strong. The rebound goes to Megan Trout, who has 5 boards and 6 points in this first half. Final minute of the second period of play. Scott City with a 7-point lead, and Irvin trying to make it a 10-point lead, and she does with a straightaway triple. 26-16, she has 6 and 2 threes. 58 seconds to go first half. So Scott City with 5 in a row. They have outscored Cimarron 14-3 in this second quarter and have a 26-12 lead with 45 seconds to go, and they get it stripped and stolen away. 9th turnover, Trout holds it, now gives it to Irvin. Irvin will take in the front court, driving as Fox stepped through, almost walked with it. Now she hits the deck and loses it. We're going to get a tie-up, and Scott City will lose the ball with 36.9. About 1 or 2 seconds between game clock and shot clock here, with 36.9 to go first half. Scott City with a 10-point lead. They have scored 17 of the last 20 points in this contest, leading 26-16. 30 seconds to work first half with it. Is Escom, basically 2 seconds between game clock and shot clock, and driving in and drawing the foul is going to be Escom. Just Scott City's first foul of the quarter. Cimarron's only been whistled for 2 in this period, and Trout will have her first foul with 23.8 to go first half.
First team foul in the second quarter for the Lady Beavers.
Blue Jays to trigger it in on an thrown basket. The sophomore Brady Burkhart looking to find somebody. 3, 4, just gets it in, and their right corner 3 is too strong. Tipped out high. Gentry gets the board. Down to 15 seconds. Gentry drives in, layup. No, but she'll get 2 free throws. She takes it strong to the rack, and she'll earn herself 2 free throws. That'll be team foul number 3 on Cimarron this quarter. That foul will be charged to Sadie White, her first. 13.3 to go. Shot clock virtually off here. Gentry 2 free throws. She is 12 of 17, now 13 of 18, and extends the Scott City lead to 27-16. Janae Fugit re-enters to replace Kinley Frink. Second free throw for Gentry crawls off. Rebound Trout. She'll go up high off the glass, and she has another basket. 29-16. And with 10.6 seconds to go, Scott City calls a full timeout. Let's take 30 of it. We'll come back in 30 seconds. This is Beaver basketball.
Details.
.6 seconds to go first half. 29-16, Scott City with the lead there. They get a 3-point trip down there after the missed free throw by Kendall Gentry. Megan Trout cleans it up. 6 of her 8 points have come off of second chance opportunities here in this first half as she leads Scott City in scoring, but an 11-point lead, or 13-point lead, and Cimarron with one crack at it with 10.6 seconds to go first half. Scott City burning a timeout. Cimarron to bring it across with Escom with 7, with 6, with 5. Irvin on her with 4, with 3, with 2 seconds, and miscommunication. That's going to run out the clock here in this first half. Scott City goes on a 20-3 run over the final 9 minutes of the first half. They lead at 29-16 here at the break over the Cimarron Lady Blue Jays. Let's take a 3-minute break. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
At Red Barn Enterprises, we're bringing you BW Fusion products to help your crops stress less and yield more. Discover the benefits of Amino, Relax RX, Full Sun, and BioBoost, each designed to enhance plant health and maximize yield. Proudly supporting Scott County Athletics, Red Barn Enterprises is your partner for a more resilient and productive future. Choose BW Fusion from Red Barn Enterprises today.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
The world needs more farmers. People who know the land. People who support rural communities. People who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
BBN is brought to you by American Implement, All-in-One Wash, B&H Paving, Fairleigh Feed Yard, Fro Heating and Cooling, First National Bank, Great Western Tire and Deck Mart, HRC Feed Yards.
Investing in our community is how we make a lasting impact. It's about more than just providing wireless services. We believe in rolling up our sleeves and working side by side with local organizations. Whether you're sharing cherished moments, staying updated on trends, or exploring your surroundings, we're there to keep you connected. Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas.
Over the Cimarron Lady Blue Jays here at the break as we welcome you back here to Cimarron High School. Adam Kadavy with you here on KSKL Scott City, also WesternKansasNews.com, the Beaver Broadcasting Network. Scott City trailed 13-12 after the first quarter. They hit a 3 in the final minutes, pulled to within 1. And then started out with the first 9 points of the second quarter. Cimarron went on a 7-minute, 20-second drought of the first half. Lady Beavers had a 3-minute drought in between baskets after Cimarron had pulled to within 5, and they closed the final minute 25 on an 8-0 run and have a 29-16 halftime lead. The first half scoring looks like this for Scott City. Megan Trout, 6 of her 8 points have come off second chance opportunities. She has 8 points, 6 rebounds here in the first half. 6 for Chris Irvin, 5 for Avery Lewis, 3 for Peyton Gentry and Kendall Gentry in the first half. And 2 for Piper Fox. Scott City had 7 defensive rebounds, 5 offensive boards, unofficially 12 rebounds in that first half. They had 8 turnovers, 3 steals, and just, 5 fouls total in the first half. For Cimarron, they were led. Janae Fugit with 5, 3 each for Kinley Frink and Brady Burkhart, 2 for Tegan Escom, and 3 for Madeline Burkhart. And that's her 16 first half points. The Lady Blue Jays had 6 rebounds on the defensive side. They had 9 turnovers in that first half and 4 steals. They had 6 fouls total in the first half. Scott City taking a lead of 29-16 here at the break. We'll come back to the rest of your first half stats, trying to get some scores across the league as well in 3 minutes. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
At Red Barn Enterprises, we bring you the best products in agriculture through the Max Yield system, placing the right products on every field of your farm. Use Axis Seed, BW Fusion, Meristem Crop Performance, and Pivot Bio to enhance your crop's resilience and productivity today. Trust Red Barn Enterprises for all your crop needs and join us in cheering on the Beavers.
First National Bank of Scott City. One of the few places left that you could call today and speak with a person and be greeted at the door with a friendly face. Come see us at First National Bank, where you will feel at home. Let us help you with your banking needs, whether it be setting up a checking account, savings account, CD, or getting a loan for that new vehicle or home you have been dreaming about. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
Great Western Tire of Scott City is available for tire repair and replacement, oil changes, tire rotation, balancing, alignment, and bulk fuel delivery to keep your equipment going. They also offer 24-hour emergency service calls. Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. At Deckmart, they offer a variety of quality furniture, including sofas, recliners, lift chairs, dining sets, bars, bar stools, mattresses, and more. They carry GE and Speed Queen appliances and are happy to quickly service what they sell with a local repairman. Great Western Tire and Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. Small-time friendliness with big city service and quality.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and part staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides new and used vehicles. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet and GMC dealership in Scott City.
There's for homemade food at Mom and Pop's Burger Stop, 308 West 5th Street, Scott City. Open Monday through Saturday.
9 of 20. They were 3 of 5 on threes, 6 of 15 at twos, and at the foul line, 4 of 7 were the Lady Beavers. For Cimarron, they were 5 of 14 in the first half shooting from the field. And that is good for 36%. 4 of 9 on threes, just 1 of 5 on twos. And from the free throw line, Cimarron was 2 of 4, did not attempt to foul trouble for both sides. Scott City has Kendall Gentry with 2, Madeline Burkhart, Crimson Sunday with 2 for Cimarron. Other scores in the league at halftime, going into the fourth quarter, Holcomb, the 9th-ranked team in 3A, leading the 7th-ranked team in 3A, Goodland by 33-31. Holcomb leading Goodland. Hugoton all over Ulysses at the break. Third side to Fugit, a ball fake. And up top to Escom, also out there is Kinsey Jans, Burkhart, Fugit, Escom, and Frank for Cimarron. Here's a 3 on the way, no. Put up, and the rebound go out of bounds as Gentry blocks out in the corner there. It'll belong to the Lady Beavers, who lead by 13 early third quarter at 29-16. Cimarron with only 1 basket over the last 10 minutes here. Kendall Gentry with it. Lady Beavers went on a 17-3 run in that second period. Here's Chris Irvin, gets a strip, trying to drive in. Now uses upper dribble, needs help. Left block, top to Kendall Gentry, right corner to Avery Lewis, who fires up a 3. Short. Rebound, tipped around, right to Megan Trout, who scores it and is fouled. Trout with 8 points on second chance opportunities tonight, and it's 31-16 with 7:09 to go third quarter. That foul on Kinley Frank, her second, team's first of the quarter, and Scott City adds to their run. Trout is 0 for 2 at the line, now 0 of 3, tipped around, saved in a play, but right to the hands of Kinsey Jans. Scott City now with a 15-point lead. They're on a 10-0 run. They've had a 12-0 run and a 10-0 run in between 3 Cimarron points. 6:55 to go third quarter. Frank open for 3 out high, off the back iron, the rebound to Kendall Gentry near the foul line. Scott City up by 15 with the ball. Goes right side. Here's Chris Irvin. She'll launch a 3. She'll be good. She has a hat trick of threes and 9 points. 34-16. 6:40 to go third quarter, and Scott City has hit their 4th triple of the night. 3 of those by Irvin. She's one off a season high and a career high she set against Coronado about a month ago. 6:25 to go third period. An 18-point Scott City lead. They're on a 25-3 run over the last quarter plus. Now tough shot, no. Tipped around, that's put up by Jance. Good defense by Scott City. Here's Kendall Gentry out with it. She'll weave her way around. She'll drive left side, kick it to Irvin for her career high. That shot is blocked. Rebound. Fox had it and then lost it out of bounds. And she was going to go for the career high right there, and out of bounds it'll go to Cimarron here with 6:07 to go third quarter. Lady Beavers with the first 5 points of the third period. They have the last 13 of the ball game and have a 34-16 lead. Into the front court, going right. Here's Tegan Escom. Drives around Irvin. Her runner is good. Just the second 2-point basket. The first field goal for Escom, 34-18 with 5:50 to go third quarter. So Scott City's lead trimmed to 16. That'll end a 13-0 run for them. Gentry to take across left sideline into the front court. Now Trapp finds Megan Trout. She'll find cutting Avery Lewis to the basket. Leaves the layup short. Short-armed it. And the rebound, it goes to Kinsey Jans. Missed opportunity there for Scott City. Here come the Lady Blue Jays right to left. 5.5 to go third quarter, down 16. Don't want them to get any momentum now. Here's Frank with it. The foul line goes left with the pass to Madeline Burkhart. Lob underneath right side, shot up and a foul. That's going to be on Piper Fox. And 2 free throws coming up here for Kinsey Jans. Fox with the foul, her second. Team foul number 1 of the quarter with 5:20 to go third stanza. Scott City 34, Cimarron 18. Jans looking for her first points tonight. Averages just under 3 a game. And she has it. She's now 1 of 3 at the line. Cimarron, 3 of 5, and they have pulled to within 34-19 with 5:20 to go third period. Second charity toss also good, and it's 34-20. So she is 2 of 4 at the line, right at her 50% mark of the year. Cimarron with the last 5 of the ball game. They have, or last 4, excuse me. They've pulled to within 14. Now Scott City's going to throw this one away, or was it deflected? Yes, it was, says the official. So 25 to shoot. And Irvin trying to inbound it. Needs to have a little urgency, almost a 5 count. And now almost thrown away, but up top to Kendall Gentry to save the possession. Gentry weaves her way through. She'll drive right side to Irvin. Irvin will penetrate, pivot, now to Gentry. Fires a deep 3, right side, too strong. Avery Lewis will track down the board in the corner. Now finds Megan Trout. Trout holds it. Now in the paint to Fox. She'll drive in, goes up, and she is fouled. She'll get 2 free throws. The foul will be on Madeline Burkhart. That is her 3rd. With 4:49 to go third quarter, and Cimarron's 2nd of the quarter.
Second team foul of the quarter for the ladies.
Scott City with 8 second chance opportunities here tonight. Fox's first free throw. Oh, it crawls off. She has all 2 of her points at the line. Scott City now 0 for 2 in the period and 4 of 9 for the game. Crimson Sunday and Brady Burkhart in. The exiting will be Kinsey Jantz and also Madeline Burkhart. Scott City will bring in Mackenzie Metzger and Kaylee Felker. Metzger in for Chris Irvin. Kaylee Felker in for Megan Trout. Lady Beavers up by 14, 4:49 third period, 34-20 is your score. And it will stay that way, and the rebound into the hands of Brady Burkhart, who outlets it left to Tegan Eskim. So Scott City 0 for 3 at the line to begin this third quarter. Now 4 of 10 for the ball game. Fugit turns down the 3, guarded by Lewis out high. Here's Brady Burkhart. She had the lone points of the second quarter. Fox will save it into play for deflection, picked up by Scott City, and they're going to get a holding foul on the Lady Blue Jays. That'll be on Brady Burkhart, her first, team's 3rd of the quarter. So Scott City forces Cimarron into turnover number 10, and Peyton Gentry waiting to enter the game.
That is her first personal foul. 13 foul.
Good defense by Scott City. A little bit of a cold spell, about a 2-minute drought, but they do have a 14-point lead. They've led by as many as 18 in this game as Cimarron applies some pressure. Piper Fox holds it, now flips it behind her to Kendall Gentry. She'll take it across left to right into the front court. Gentry with it. 4:20 to go, third quarter. Cimarron, Kansas here tonight. Scott City with a 14-point advantage. Looking for a cutter. 15 to shoot up top. Here's Metzger for a straightaway triple off the heel. And the rebound, nice fight for it, and that's going to be a tie-up. It'll be Cimarron's ball on the possession arrow. Good effort that time by Peyton Gentry, who tried to grab the rebound, but Sunday had part of that as well. And so possession arrow favors the Lady Blue Jays. With 4:07 here in the third, as Scott City applies a little pressure in the backcourt. Fugit, guarded by Metzger. Now to Eskim. Eskim still in the backcourt. Just gets it across with about 2 seconds to spare. Now they get it into Brady Burkhart, left wing. Here's Fugit looking to penetrate, cut off by Peyton Gentry. Up top here, Kinley Frank uses upper dribble. Now here's Fugit, ball fake, almost traveled with it. Splits the defenders. Now Eskim, she'll drive the right baseline. Her floater foul by Metzger. That'll be her 2nd and the team's 2nd of the period here with 3:44 to go third period. And Eskim back to the line for 2 charity tosses.
Second team foul of the quarter for the Lady Beavers. Taking Eskim on the line, shooting 2.
Scott City kind of a little bit of a funk right now, and Eskim has the free throw, makes it 34-21. Megan Trout in for Piper Fox. Eskim with 3 in the period, 5 for the ball game. She averages around 10 a game. Cimarron's a team averages 32 points a game. Scott City comes in averaging just shy of 50. Second free throw also good, and a little 6-0 run by Cimarron, and just like that, they're to within 12. 4 of those belong to Eskim as they apply some pressure in the backcourt. 34-22, 3:40 to go third quarter. Mackenzie Metzger surveying, trying to get it across. Scott City just gets it across with a couple seconds spare. Now they lose the dribble. Picked up, and that's going to be over and back, and Scott City turns the ball over for the 9th time. Lady Beavers have not scored here in 3 minutes. Cimarron has scored the last 6 points. It was 34-16 at one point. It's now 34-22. Right corner is Eskim underneath to Sunday, backing her way in, almost walks with it. Now back to Eskim, right baseline, guarded by Metzger. Almost stolen away, and it is. High by Peyton Gentry, turnover number 11. Gentry flips it behind her to Mackenzie Metzger. with one dribble now up top to Kendall Gentry. 25 to shoot as we approach the 3-minute mark. Scott City on a 3.5-minute drought here, up by 12. Kaylee Felker will take it strong to the rack, and she draws a foul. That'll be team foul number 4 on Cimarron in this third quarter, their final foul to give of the period, and Brady Burkhart picks up her second foul. Xavier Lewis, Chris Irvin return to line up. Out will be Kaylee Felker and Kendall Gentry. And for Cimarron is going to be Madeline Burkhart, as well as Kinsey Jantz. Brady Burkhart, Crimson Sunday exit for the Blue Jays. 3:04 to go third quarter. Peyton Gentry into Megan Trout up top. Metzger now to Irvin. Irvin, one dribble. Can't find it in, now to Metzger. Goes left side to Peyton Gentry. Ball fake, 10 to shoot. Up top, Metzger fires a 3. That is good. Nothing but net for Metzger. Her 10th triple of the year, and Scott City ends a 6-0 run by Cimarron, 37-22, 2:45 to go here in the third stanza. They now have 8 points in this period. An answer back 3 is good. Kinley Frink with her second 3. She has 6:37-25, but 2.5 to go third period. So Cimarron continues to hit their 3s. That's their 5th of the game. Up top with is Peyton Gentry. She'll drive right side. Stops, 23 to shoot now up top to Mackenzie Metzger. Metzger pulls it back out. 2:17 to go third period. 12-point Scott City leading the ball on a whistle, and that's going to be a moving screen away from the ball on Scott City. That'll be on, not a moving screen, but a push-off underneath on Megan Trout. That'll be her second, and Scott City's third of the period. And their 10th turnover, and 2:14 to go third quarter. Cimarron on a 9-3 run over the last 3.5 minutes, and they trail it by 12. Lead pass now left elbow goes to Kinsey Jantz. Up top to Frank, right corner. Here's a Burkhart 3, and that is airballed right in the hands of Krista Irvin. Scott City brings it across left to right with Chris Irvin, who has 3 threes and 9. Nice cut. Avery Lewis down the middle, throws on up. Yes, and 1. Avery Lewis with 7. 39-25 with 1:49 to go third quarter. Madeline Burkhart picks up foul number 4 with 1:49. So if you got the last name of Burkhart here in this third quarter for Cimarron, you have 4 of the team's 5 fouls this period. Sadie White in for Cimarron to replace Madeline Burkhart, and Katie Weathers replaces Peyton Gentry, and at the foul line is Lewis. She's 77% there this year, and she's short. Scott City has not hit a free throw this third quarter as Frank gets the rebound. They're 0 of 4 from the line, and now 4 of 11 for the ball game. They have a 14-point lead, minute 40 to go third quarter. Back up top, almost too high for the 5-5 Frank, but she reels it in. 39-25, Scott City leads Cimarron with the ball. 20 to shoot with Tegan Escom. Gets a screen, goes to her left. Now it's intercepted by Weathers, and that's the 12th turnover. Here's Weathers. She's going to take this one all the way with a right-handed layup. Yes! Katie Weathers makes it 41-25 with 1:21 to go third quarter. She goes coast to coast after the steal off the Blue Jay 12th turnover. Cimarron has been prone to turning the ball over at times this year. They averaged 27 a game and almost another steal, but a foul on Katie Weathers that high. Good defensive effort by Weathers. The left elbow. She does pick up the foul. That's her first. Final foul to give of the quarter for Scott City with 1:08 to go third period. 41-25. Scott City now with the last 4 points of the ball game as they push the lead up to 16. Frank now up top to Escom. Final minute of this third period. Scott City looks like playing still man-to-man. I thought of zone. It is more of a zone look here. Turnout tough shot. No. A foul on Trout. That's going to be her third with 57.7 to go third quarter. And that'll be team foul number 5. And Sadie White to the line to shoot 2. Cimarron is a perfect 4 of 4 in this third quarter and 6 of 8 for the ball game tonight. White, the senior, first free throw misses everything as Piper Fox will check in for Trout, who now has 3 fouls. 8 points, 6 rebounds for Trout. Pretty solid night around the stat line for her. Second free throw coming up. And that one clanks off. Fox with the board for Scott City. Gets it stripped out of her hands. Still loose in the backcourt. We're going to get a tie-up, I think. It'll be Scott City's ball on the possession arrow with 52.2 to go third period. White coming in at 25% at the line this year, 1 of 4. Scott City, as I mentioned, 0 of 4 at the line in this third quarter, and now just 4 of 11 for the ball game. They have a 41-25 lead late third quarter. Into Fox, goes to her left, puts it up, can't get it, but she's pushed. In the back that time by Sadie White for her second foul. That is the sixth foul on Cimarron this quarter. That means 2 free throws anyway for Fox, who is 2 of 4 at the line. She missed her last 2 free throws. Scott City has missed their last 4. That one is good. Third point for Fox, 42-25. 44.7 to go. So Scott City, in essence, here can get a 2-for-1 if things work out well. Brady Burkhardt in to replace Kinsey Jantz. Fox trying to make this an 18-point game, and she does. That matches Scott City's largest lead, 43-25. 40 seconds to work third period. Fox with 4 points tonight in her first start. Tegan Escom with it, almost stripped by Metzger, and that's going to be a reach-in foul by Metzger. That's her third foul with 35 seconds to go. And so now Metzger with 3 and Trout with 3, and that'll send Escom to the line. She has 6 points. 4 of those points, not only in the third quarter, but 4 of those points at the line. First free throw is good, makes this one 43-26. 35 seconds to go, third stanza. Second charity toss, good as well. She is a perfect 6 for 6 at the line and makes it 43-27. Scott City, if they want to, can hold it for the final shot here, the third quarter. Irvin now, timeout, official timeout. I think they saw the shot clock wasn't moving, but the shot clock and game clock were virtually at the same time here. 27 seconds to go, third period. Irvin now trapped, trying to work out of a double team. She does, and she throws it away, or does she? Nope. And now we're going to get a tie-up, and that'll be a turnover. Scott City's 11th of the game with 17 seconds to go, third quarter. So Cimarron with the trap and the pressure out high, forcing the tie-up, and then, in essence, the turnover. Scott City's led by as many as 18 in this game twice. They now lead 16. 13 seconds to go, third quarter. Escom with it. Goes right with the pass to Janae Fugit. Fugit around the screen. Pulls up. Lob, nice lob underneath. Shot up good. To Sadie White, her first basket. 43-29. 1 second. That's going to be the end of your third quarter. So Cimarron with the last 4 points of the last third quarter to pull it within 43-29. We'll take a 1-minute break for the fourth quarter of play. This is Beaver basketball.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
Lady Beavers with a 43-29 lead in the ball to begin the fourth quarter back here in Cimarron. Scott City would end up outscoring the Blue Jays 14-13 in that third period. Cimarron tightening up the man-to-man pressure at high early on. 25 to shoot, 7:48 to go. Lady Beavers led by Megan Trout's 10 points and 6 boards. Xavier Lewis right corner. Cimarron led by Tegan Escom. She had 8 points and through the first 3 quarters, 6 of those coming in the third. 14 to shoot, right corner to Lewis. Lobs it into Weathers, catches, goes to her left, all the way around, lays it up and scores it. Weathers with 4 off the bench. 8 Lady Beavers have scored tonight, by the way. 45-29 with 7:25 to go in this ball game. And that'll end the quick 4-0 run by Cimarron at the end of the third quarter they had. Bounce pass left side. Here's Escom with it around the screen, steps back, launches a 3, misses it, backside board. Here's Katie Weathers. Scott City with the ball. They have dominated the glass here tonight. Lob underneath the Fox. Fumbles it, picks it up, goes up, stuffed. Tipped out high. Lewis tried to track it in the hands of Fugit. She's trying to go coast to coast and draws the bump. That'll be a foul on Avery Lewis, her first. Scott City's first of the fourth quarter. So Fox still looking for her first field goal of the night with 6:58 to go. 45-29, Scott City with the lead. Cimarron with the ball, 31 to shoot, up top, almost stolen. Here's Escom with it. She gets a screen, goes to her left, drives in, kicks to the Frank, left corner, Fugit open for three, good. She has 2 threes and 8 points, 45-32 with 6:48 to go, and Cimarron with 6 threes tonight. And they have pulled back to within 13. Chris Irvin now backside. Here's Piper Fox. Can't get her first field goal. Rebound, Lewis goes up and she is fouled on the offensive glass. Scott City has feasted on the offensive boards tonight as they have brought out the Windex for it. Team foul number 1 in the fourth quarter on Cimarron. Kinsey Jans her first foul of the quarter for Cimarron. Lewis to the line. She has 7 tonight. And make it 8. Lady Beavers now are 7 of 14 line. They go up 46-32 with 6:36 to go. Megan Trotter replaced Katie Weathers, who had some solid minutes in there tonight for the Lady Beavers. Put up 4 points, a couple of rebound and a steal. Avery Lewis with her 9th point. As Kaylee Felker will re-enter the game, she'll replace Avery Lewis. Peyton Gentry comes in, and Piper Fox will exit. 6:36 to go, a 15-point Scott City lead at 47-32. Both teams with a foul apiece here in the fourth quarter. Lady Beavers trying to snap a 3-game losing streak and also get their first conference win of the year, but Fugit with the left side. They've been able to answer every comeback effort by Cimarron. Shot was blocked. Trout with the board for Scott City, and she has 10 points and 7 rebounds. Irvin with it up top here with 6:16 to go. If you're Scott City, you can be patient, but not too patient on the offensive end. They still have plenty of time to shoot. Up top to Gentry. Back to Kendall Gentry. They both have 3 points, have a 2-point basket and a free throw. Kendall Gentry weave her way through, throws up a tough runner, leaves it short, and the rebound underneath into the hands of Madeline Burkhardt, who's out there with 4 fouls. 5:50 to go. Escom, bullet pass underneath, shot up too strong, but the rebound backside to Escom, and Cimarron will reset. Chance missed that. She has it. She'll try to go around Kaylee Felker. Good defense. Fugit turns down the 3. She'll drive in right side. Tough runner, no, and they'll get the blocking foul, and Fugit will head to the line to shoot 2. That'll be on Kaylee Felker. That'll be her first. Scott City's second foul of the fourth quarter of 5:37 to go. That was Cimarron's first offensive rebound of the ball game. Fugit struggling at the line this year, just 25%, and she made me sound silly as she has nothing but net on that, 47-33 with 5:37 to go. Cimarron tonight now 9 of 13 at the charity line. 14-point game and 13-point game. So she goes from 2 of 8 to 4 of 10 at the line, and it's now 47-34. Now Chris Irvin finds Megan Trout. Trout drives right side. She jumps up to the right block, throws it up top to Kendall Gentry to Kaylee Felker. She'll try a 3. A little short that time, but rebound underneath Peyton Gentry. We're going to get a tie-up, and it'll belong to Cimarron on the possession arrow. Cimarron's kind of hanging around here a little bit. Still a long ways to go at 5:22 to go.
Our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. Visit us online at scottcf.org.
Fro Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Fro Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
ElevateYouMedSpa.com.
Scott City basketball out of the timeout. Cimarron has the lead back down to 12 here. 47-35 as we were just outside of 5 minutes ago. Now Scott City is trying to get it across the 10-second line, and it's a steal and a turnover. And Cimarron loses it as Lady Beavers dodge a bullet there. They get it across, 4:55 to go. Avery Lewis uses up her dribble out high, finds Kendall Gentry. Now to Megan Trout. left side. Here's Piper Fox taking it strong in the rack. Leaves a short, got her on rebound, goes up, can't get it, but she's fouled. And that'll be it for Madeline Burkhart. She'll be disqualified with a three-pointer in the first quarter with 4:44 to go. So Fox persistent there, trying to get that first field goal of the night, but she grabs Scott City's 10th offensive board. She has 4 points and 4 rebounds, does Fox. Crimson Sunday now in for Cimarron to replace Madeline Burkhart, who exits with 3 points. Fox's first free throw rims off. Scott City has struggled at the line here in the second half. Now just 2 of 7. They have a 12-point lead. Cimarron has only missed make that 3 free throws. Scott City misses another one, and here's Tegan Escom back the other way for the Blue Jays, down 12 with 4:40 to go. Ball deflected, but right to Escom, who puts it up, scores it, and 1. Oh my goodness. Escom now with 11, and it's just like that, a 10-point game. 4:36 to go, 47-37. Scott City with their 4th foul of the period, and they're going to get Kendall Gentry with their 3rd foul. Carissa Irvin, Mackenzie Metzger in the lineup, Kendall Gentry, Peyton Gentry exit. Escom, who has 11 points, can put Cimarron back to within 9, and she does. 47-38. It's a long ways to go in this game. Just 4.5 minutes to go. Lewis and Scott City's going to throw the ball away. Lady Blue Jays with all the momentum. They are on an 8-2 run over the last 2 minutes. Scott City hasn't had a field goal in 3 minutes, and now it's 9-point game here with 4:20 to go. With it is Escom. Lob and give and go to Sunday. Lays it up too strong, and the rebound to Lewis for Scott City, and a big miss that time, but good look for Sunday. Scott City dodges a bullet. They need to get some points here. Lewis goes up, gets a shot block. Fox tries to save it in play. She goes out of bounds. Good effort, though. The Lady Beavers shooting pretty early in the shot clock there, with 4:06 to go. And a good timeout here. It's going to be taken by Coach Justin Fro. We'll take it as well. It's a 1-minute timeout. 4:06 to go, 4th quarter. Cimarron pulling to within 9, 47-38. Back in a minute. This is Scott City basketball. Cimarron with the ball down 9 with 4:05 to go, 4th quarter, after Scott City committed their 14th turnover. It's 47-38. Tegan Escom has helped lead the charge. She has 4 of the last 6 points for the Blue Jays. And here is Fugate cut off on the right baseline to Brady Burkhart, almost stripped out high. Scott City has no fouls to give. And on cue, Piper Fox fouls for the 3rd time. 3:44 to go here in the 4th quarter. And it's a 5th-team foul, and now 2 free throws coming up here. That's the last foul to give for Scott, or they have had no fouls to give. 2 free throws coming up here for Brady Burkhart. She is 33% on the year at the line, but Cimarron is 4 of 5 at the line in the 4th quarter. 12 of 17 for the game, and now 12 of 18. As Kendall Gentry will come back into the lineup for Scott City, and she'll replace Mackenzie Metzger. So on the floor, it's the starting 5 for Scott City. Carissa Irvin, Avery Lewis, Kendall Gentry, Megan Trout, and Piper Fox. Kendall Gentry, and Trout each are 3 fouls. Metzger also had 3. Burkhart hits the 2nd, and it's now an 8-point game, 47-39 with 3:44 as Kenzie Jantz returns to the Cimarron lineup. And Blue Jays are going to apply full court pressure. Lady Beavers have not scored in 3 minutes. It's a 7-0 Cimarron run. And they pulled to within 8, 47-39. A high dribble for Gentry. Now needs help. Finds Avery Lewis. She'll take it sideline left in the front court. Almost lost the dribble. Now back up top to Kendall Gentry with 3.5 to go. Kendall at the foul line pulls it back up top. Looking to stop. Now right side out high to Irvin. Back to Kendall Gentry to Avery Lewis with 15 to shoot. Back up top to Kendall. Goes right side to Irvin with 10 to shoot. Right corner to Megan Trout. Can't feed it in. Now with 8. Now up top to Lewis with 6. 5 seconds to shoot. Behind Trout, it's loose on the floor. And we're going to have a tie-up. And that's going to, that's even worse for Scott City. There's only 1 second left on the shot clock. It's going to have to be a quick launch for Scott City. Quick lob in and launch. Trout, she'll fire a 3. Almost banked it in, and the rebound goes to Cimarron. That was her first, might have been her first 3 of her career she's attempted. And now underneath, almost losing it. 2:55 to go, driving in is Eskim, and she draws a foul on Irvin. That is her second. And Cimarron can pull even closer here with 2:54 to go. And Irvin with her second foul. Eskim has made a living at the line. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of 10. And make it 10 of 11. Make it 9 of 10, and it's 47-40. 2:54 to go. Scott City led 47-32 with 6:36 to go. And it stays at 7-point game. It's Cimarron with the rebound. Frank for 3. And it's a 4-point trip, and it's 47-43. Timeout Cimarron with 2:49 to go. It's a 30-second timeout. And everything that has gone wrong for Scott City in the fourth quarter has. Basketball tonight presented here by J & Root Trucking, JF Beaver Advertising, Jackson Legal Group, Lebanon Lawn and Tree. Also Lone Tree Farms and Livestock, Metzger Appraisals, Metzger Family Farms, Midwest Mixer, Miller Veterinary Clinic, Norder Supply, New Life Market, Perfect Auto Detailing, Plain Janza, Platinum H Insurance. Scott City has only got 1 field goal in this fourth quarter. An 18-point lead in this second half is now down to 4. With 2:49 to go at 47-43. It ended up working out as a 4-point trip for Cimarron after the offensive board and the 3. Inbound into Kendall Gentry, now to Avery Lewis. Cimarron will apply some pressures. Lewis will take it across here with 2:43 to go. Now Lewis gets, actually we have a timeout.
Timeout called by the Beavers.
And Coach Justin Fro trying to settle the troops down to the 32nd timeout. He's down to 1 with 2:40 to go. 27 to shoot, 47-43 your score. Cimarron only has 2 fouls in this fourth quarter. Scott City well into the penalty here. But the Lady Beavers have seen an 18-point lead, all of a sudden down to 4. Cimarron an 11-0 run over the last 3 minutes. Scott City has not scored in the last 4 minutes. That was on a couple of free throws by Avery Lewis. But they had a 43-29 lead going into the fourth quarter. It's been a 14-4 run so far in the first 5 minutes and 20 seconds of this fourth quarter for the Lady Blue Jays. Weird things seem to happen in this gym for other teams, and it's happening right now. Inbound into Trout. Holds it. Now back up top to Gentry. Plenty of time to shoot. 2:35 to go. Kendall Gentry the ball. Now goes to Piper Fox. Fox will drive left. 15 to shoot. Is it to Avery Lewis? Right side to Kendall Gentry. Gentry with 13 to shoot. Almost double dribble. Finds Lewis. 10 to shoot. Trying to get it into Trout. Catches it. Give and go to Lewis. Her layup is high off the glass, but she draws the foul. Good offensive movement that time by Scott City. Lewis trying to be the second Lady Beaver in double figures. Janae Fugett's first personal foul, the third Cimarron foul. Not a bad foul for Cimarron with 2:20 to go, but Scott City needs to stop the bleeding here. And they cannot. That free throw crawls off. And free throw shooting woes continue for Scott City in this second half. They lead by 4 with 2:20 to go at 47-43. Cimarron has made quite a run here. But free throw is good for Lewis, and she has 10, 48-43 with 2:20 to go. Breaks a 4-minute and 16-second drought in an 11-0 Cimarron run. But they have the ball down 5 with 2:14 to go. With it is Eskim. Around a screen, she'll drive in, and that's going to be a charge underneath there, taken by Krista Irvin. Eskim lowered the shoulder and delivered the charge. Her first personal foul and a big turnover with 2:09 to go. 48-43, Scott City up 5 with the ball. Cimarron's going to apply some full court pressure, almost get the steal. Irvin looking to break the timeline, and she does left sideline. Now trap out high, needs help, and Coach Justin Fro has to burn his final timeout with 2:02 to go. We're going to come back in 1 minute. Beavers up by 5. This is Scott City basketball.
American flag in Dodge City.
Back out of the timeout, it is Scott City basketball. Here's Chris Irvin taking it right baseline, 20 to shoot, cutoff, needs help, finds Megan Trout out high. Minute 50 to go in this game. Kendall Drencher, the ball fake, goes left, 12 to shoot now, trying to weave her way through, goes to her right, dishes it backside, Lewis layup, no, but a foul. That'll be on Eskimer's second. That's 15th foul for Cimarron, 1:42 to go. So Avery Lewis to line tonight, where she is 3 of 5. Scott City, 3 of 6 in this fourth quarter. 9 of 19 for the game, and now 10 of 20. 49-43, 1:42 to go. Can Scott City survive here? That's the big question here. Yes, Avery Lewis hits the second. 50-43, 1:42 to go. So Scott City has scored the last 3 points all at the line. They have not had a field goal in 6 minutes. Now a 3 on the way, and that is no good. Rebound, Kendall Gentry. A big rebound on the backside. Scott City gets a much-needed stop there. Gentry's going to weave her way through. Bounce pass right side to Avery Lewis. She'll drive in, cut off. Now Kendall Gentry, she'll launch the 3. Yes! Oh, my! What a clutch 3 for the senior. Her third 3 of the year gives Scott City a 10-point lead with 1:14 to go. And a 6-minute drought just like that from field goal range is empty. 53-43, 1:05 to go. Kenley Frank with the entry feed to the right baseline to Kinsey Jantz, guarded by Trout. Now give him go to up and no, and a foul. Janae Fugel will head to the line to shoot 2. The foul will be on Avery Lewis, her second. Scott City's been in the penalty forever here with 58.9 to go, but Cimarron can score some points without any time running off the clock here, as Cimarron had a pretty good offensive set there. But Scott City was able to run some time off. First free throw is good for Fugit. Makes it 53-44, 58.9 to go. She has now 11 points. The Eskim with 13, and she with 11, and now 12, and it's 53-45. Still a 3-possession game, 58.9 to go. Scott City needs to get it across here. They're out of timeouts. Avery Lewis, just take it across. And she lobs it down the floor to Kendall Gentry, who tracks it down the right corner. Gentry hit that 3 moments ago. Now to Megan Trout out high. Clears out. 43 seconds to go. She'll pivot to right. Takes it up strong and scores it with 12. 55-45 with 37 seconds to go. And 2 off a season high for Trout. It comes at a big time with 30 seconds to go. Eskimo lay it up and score. It makes it 55-47. 26.5 to go. And Cimarron will burn one of their final 2 timeouts. It's going to be a full, because Cimarron does not have a 30-second timeout. 26.5 to go with 55-47. But when Scott City's needed a basket, they've gotten it at the end here in the last couple of possessions. One, a 3-pointer by Kendall Gentry, and the other one by Megan Trout. And Trout with 12, matching Avery Lewis's 12 points tonight. So Scott City trying to survive here. They're up by 8. Shot clock off. 26.5 seconds to go. Cimarron does have one timeout left. It is a full. Possession arrow favors the Blue Jays. Boys game to follow here on a cold Tuesday night. They didn't get as much snow here as they did in Garden City, which was kind of surprising. But I think they ended up with 4 or 5 inches over at Dodge City. I think probably about the same in Garden City. You know, Scott had, what, an inch on a good measurement? I bet it's moisture, right? Here we go, 26.5 seconds. Remember, Scott City does not have any timeouts left. They get it into Kendall Gentry, trying to take it across. Scott, and they get a quick foul by Tegan Escom. That's her third foul all in this fourth quarter. And that takes off about 4 seconds, 22.2, and sends Gentry line for the second time tonight, where she is 1 out of 2. She hit a clutch 3 about a minute ago. That puts Scott City up by 10. They lead by 8. Late here in the fourth quarter, 22.2 to go. Free throw for the senior, splash. She has 7. 56-47, 22.2 to go. Second free throw off the back iron, the rebound loose, and Cimarron's going to track it down in the hands of Kinley Frink. The Lady Beavers, hard to believe, 1 point off of a season high of points, and that's going to go off of Frink. Good defense by Krista Irvin, who forced the turnover on Frink. 13.4 to go, 9-point game. Cimarron's still going to pressure the inbounds. With time running out, even though it's a 3-score game, they get it into Krista Irvin. And there's a quick foul by Frink, and Irvin to the line for the first time tonight. She's looking to get a new career high. 10.8 to go. Scott City, if she can hit a couple of these free throws, Ken Irvin, she is, or Scott City could get a season high of points, and if Irvin hits both of them, she'll have a new career high. Become the third Lady Beaver in double figures, and she is the third Lady Beaver in double figures. 57-47, 10.8. Scott City matches their season high of points here tonight. It's for a new season high points, a new career high, no. But rebound Irvin, she'll go up and throw it in. Why not? She has a dozen. 59-47 and 5 seconds to go. Lady Beavers feasting off offensive boards. A 3 at the end here is good by Brady Burkhart, but that doesn't matter. 59-50. Scott City closes out the final 2:20 on a 12-7 run. And Scott City snaps a 3-game losing streak. They're now 3-4 on the year. They're now 1-2 in conference play. Cimarron is now 2-5 on the year as they fall to 1-3 in league play. We'll begin our post-game coverage here in 3 minutes. This is Scott City basketball.
At Red Barn Enterprises, we're excited to offer Pivot Bio, your nitrogen solution for better plant health, stronger ROI, and sustainable farming. Through biological nitrogen fixation, Pivot Bio delivers nitrogen directly to your crops, reducing the need for synthetic fertilizers. Proudly supporting Scott County athletics, Red Barn Enterprises is committed to your farm's success and our community's future. Choose Red Barn Enterprises and Pivot Bio for a more profitable tomorrow. At Red Barn Enterprises, we're excited to offer Pivot Bio, your nitrogen solution for better plant health, stronger ROI, and sustainable farming. Through biological nitrogen fixation, Pivot Bio delivers nitrogen directly to your crops, reducing the need for synthetic fertilizers. Proudly supporting Scott County athletics, Red Barn Enterprises is committed to your farm's success and our community's future. Choose Red Barn Enterprises and Pivot Bio for a more profitable tomorrow.
The dedicated team at Norder Supply is passionate about assisting our customers in achieving maximum net return per acre. That is how we define our success. Through unparalleled agronomic advice and best-in-class customer service, you can depend on us to do what is best for your operation. Ask them today about their spot-on service and how it can fill your needs. Norder Supply. Plain talk, exceptional results.
Fairleigh Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairleigh Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 controls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
They said this place was too isolated to call home. They said it was too remote to build a community. And then one day, a farmer strung a copper wire from one fence post to another and changed everything. We didn't build the communities of Southwest Kansas. No, we just brought them together.
Jays. After Scott City had a 14-point lead in that fourth quarter, entering the fourth quarter, and had a 15-point lead with 6:36 to go, 47-32. The Blue Jays went on an 11-0 run over about a 3-minute stretch, pulled within 47-43 with 2:49 to go. They had a 4-point trip from this second free throw and a hit of 3. But then Scott City slowly chipped away, or slowly added to the lead. They went 3 of 4 at the line, and then Kendall Gentry hit Scott City's first field goal in nearly 6 minutes. And then the rim, the ball went in the basket a little bit more down the stretch for Scott City as they closed out on a 12-7 run over the final 2:20, and went on a 12-4 run over a big stretch of that till the last second 3. 59-50, the Lady Beavers survive and get to 3-4 on the year and 1-2 in conference play. Numbers tonight here for Scott City: 12 for Megan Trout, 12 for Avery Lewis. That's a new season high for her. Eclipses her mark against, I believe it was Altus. Also 12 for Carissa Irvin. Carissa with a brand new career high. She eclipsed that from her game against Coronado, where she had 10 there. She had that in the last seconds of the ball game at that new career high. 7 tonight for Kendall Gentry. Katie Weathers had a big third quarter of 4 points. 4 for Piper Fox, all at the foul line, and Mackenzie Metzger had a 3-point basket. Peyton Gentry had a 3-point play in the first quarter. Scott City struggled in the second half at the line, but they ended up going 13 of 25 for the ball game. They were very good on the glass tonight. 26 rebounds total, 12 offensive, but they had a great chunk of their points on second chance opportunities. They had 14 turnovers and 7 steals. For Cimarron, they were led in scoring here tonight. Tegan Escom had 13, 12 for Janae Fugit, 9 for Kinley Frink on 3 threes. Brady Burkhart came off the bench. She had 7. She averaged 1.7 points a game through the first 6 games, and she ended up with probably a career high at 7. Let's see, after that, 3 for Madeline Burkhart on a first quarter 3. She fouled out with about 4:44 to go in the game. 4 tonight from Kinsey Jantz. Correction, just 2 for her. That was on a couple of free throws in the third quarter. 2 for Sadie White on a layup in that third quarter, and I think that's the scoring there for Cimarron. They were 15 of 21 at the line. They went 13 of 17 in the second half of the charity line. The Blue Jays ended up with about 20 rebounds total, 19 actually. Only had 3 offensive boards, 15 turnovers, 6 steals. Scott City wins it, their third straight win in this series. They win it here tonight, 59-50. Let's come back in 1 minute. So we'll come back with an interview, whether it's Coach Justin Fro or whether it's Coach Brian Gentry. We'll come back in 1 minute. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
At Axis Seed Red Barn, we're committed to dialing in the data for your farming success. Our corn hybrids offer exceptional drought tolerance and impressive ear flex, ensuring a profitable harvest. Proudly local, yet backed by a national brand, we deliver top-tier seeds with a personal touch. And as always, we're here to support our community, cheering on the Beavers. Axis Seed, where data meets dedication.
White's Food Liner is located at 1314 South Main Street in Scott City, Kansas. They are open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Home delivery is available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just by calling 620-872-5854. They are a full-service grocery store offering a wide selection of varieties at affordable prices. Sign up today for their mobile app. Look for it in the App Play Store under White's Food Liner. Don't forget to visit today.
Leading up to tonight,
the first couple days back are always a bit interesting. We took a kind of an extended break, so getting them back and just kind of getting them back into shape, took us a couple days there. But outside of that, we've had some guys, on our second unit that have really stepped up and started to play pretty well. With that being said, our 5 guys that have been starting for us, we'll play the majority of the minutes as long as they stay out of foul trouble and kind of do what we have been doing. But been pretty impressed. We continue to share the ball as long as we're not making stupid passes and turning the ball over. We'll give ourselves every opportunity to score.
Been fun to kind of watch this team go through a flow this year, and you've had some players that have had some big roles here and some that have really elevated their game, and it feels like that the turnovers have been down. The rebounds were pretty big against Holcomb, and I think that's been a positive change for you guys so far this year in 6 games.
Yeah, we've got a lot of pieces that are able to kind of chip in a lot of different areas, whether that be rebounding. I think our guards have done a very good job of defensive rebounding. When you look at the stats anyway, Eloy and Alex are averaging right around 4 and 5 rebounds a game right now, so that's pretty impressive. And then we've got other players that are really doing a good job for us in spacing the floor with the guys that we have on the court. It's hard to double team Jackson if they're going to. We're going to have guys that are wide open and more than willing to make a play out of it. We've got guys who are pretty dangerous, whether that be getting to the basket and making a play or, spotting up and shooting a 3. The nice thing for our guys is all of them can do those things. It's not just one guy that you can choose to leave because if you do, they're going to make you pay for it. But with that said, we've got to continue to play through Jackson down low, and he's got to be smart and stay out of foul trouble. I haven't seen the flop warning called yet, so just got to be careful when you're down there because if I'm a high school coach, I'm still telling him to flop. So he's got to be smart with it and stay out of foul trouble.
Coach Brian Gentry here pregame tonight. Scott State takes on Cimarron. This is a team that's 2-4 on the year coming into tonight, and a team that lost to Colby pretty big right before the Christmas break there. But they have, of course, the Copper kid who's an outstanding athlete. But this is a team that's averaging around 50 points a game.
They play pretty fast. I think watching them, that's their goal is to kind of speed people up and take them out of their own rhythm. Maybe get them to play at more of a frantic, chaotic pace. That's kind of how they play. If we're not disciplined and we throw quick passes or weak passes that they can deflect or steal, we're going to play into their hands and we're going to give them opportunities. We just want to minimize, their possessions. We don't want to give them free possessions because we got caught, playing too quick or not thinking a pass through. So we just got to be smart. They can get hot, and like you said, the Copper kid, he's been kind of a pain for us the last few years. It seems like early on in each game he's really got going. The kid can shoot it. He's extremely quick. He's got a nice little runner, and so very dangerous player. If one guy can't stop him and he has to, somebody else has to help, we're going to leave other guys, their role guys wide open to shoot threes. They're more than good enough to knock those down if they're standing out there wide open. So we've got to play good team defense. We've got to communicate, keep the ball in front of us, and rebound the first shot.
Should be a good one to start off the post-Christmas slate here as Scott State takes on Cimarron. Lone game of the week for the Beavers here. Coach Brian Gentry in the pregame. And, Coach, thanks for the time and good luck to you guys.
All right, thanks, Adam.
And once again, those are the comments with Coach Brian Gentry as we're going to keep it right here for the time being. We're going to talk with head coach Justin Fro as Lady Beavers pick up a victory 59-50. Coach, congratulations on the win. It got a little interesting there in that fourth quarter after you built up the big lead. And you told me a little bit yesterday, weird things can happen in this gym, and that I guess that was the case right there. But your team settled in a little bit, kind of weathered about every storm that Cimarron had, and I think you got to like the fact that they were able to fight through that adversity.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming down here, it seems like there's always something weird that happens. So, I thought we played well getting into that second quarter there after we kind of settled in and got the nerves out and made a few adjustments on the defensive end. Still feel like we're leaving girls open too much, too many wide open threes, too many open shots, but we'll get there. And we did a pretty decent job of responding to those runs like you were talking about. We kind of they had a big run there in the third and into the fourth. But I'm very proud of the fact that, we got over oh my goodness, it's happening again. Like, we can't do anything about it. And we had some people step up, be leaders out there, and we took it to them, and we didn't roll over, and we finished the game strong and got a win. So super proud of that.
For sure. And, you talk about it being a team win. That was definitely the case. I mean, you check in 9, 8 of them score, but every one of these players tonight contributed in one way or the other here in a different way, and whether they did not score or not. But this is what you would call the ultimate team win.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what I try to stress to everyone. I said, listen, you might not know how many minutes you're going to play each night, but all I ask is that you come in, you play hard, you do everything you can to the best of your ability, and you give us 100% out there. And I feel like our bench usually does that every night, and I'm very proud of our bench for, coming in and having, weird minutes or uncertain about their playing time, but still trying to put their best foot forward and do their best they can, even with it might be a little tough on them with sporadic minutes. So, super proud of them, and I'm glad that, we could get another team win.
You talk about the bench there. I want to start off with this. You get contributions here and there from that bench here. You bring in well, the first one's off the bench, Peyton Gentry. She has a three-point play that kind of sparks you guys in the first quarter. And then in the third quarter, when Megan gets 3 fouls, you get 4 points, a steal, and a rebound from Katie Weathers. You also get a big three-pointer in that big run by Mackenzie Metzger in the third quarter. I know Kaylee didn't score tonight, but she did a lot of little things that aren't going to show up in the scorebook.
Yeah, absolutely. And it just, credit to them that whenever they do come off the bench, especially Katie, Peyton, and come in and not being scared, playing up, with some older girls and just taking it to them right away. Like you saw, as soon as Peyton got in, she took it straight to the basket, got an and one, sparked us a little bit on offense there. And then same thing with Katie, not afraid to take it to the basket whenever she gets the ball and keeps playing tough, aggressive defense. And then Kinsey coming off the bench and, not settling, just always taking the open shot, playing tough defense, having the energy out there, still flying around. And then, like you said, Kaylee, there's not a whole lot of offensively, and offensively she's always talking. She's just like our energy bunny out there. But like I said, just great team win, and happy with the contributions that we're getting from everyone.
Megan Trout was very best in that first quarter, especially, or first half, I should say. She had 8 points. I think 6 of them were on putbacks, and you guys really had a very concerted effort, it seemed like, of getting the rebounds tonight. You guys definitely brought out the Windex, cleaned the glass off and whatnot tonight.
Absolutely, and that kind of goes with a little bigger line, the only big out there. So, it's a little bit of that, but also just being aggressive and knowing that in the glass like that. I think it's very hard with the size and the athletes that we have for anyone to continue.
White's Food Liner, Scott Community Foundation.
Red Barn Enterprises is proud to offer Meristem crop performance products, including Upshift C and Revline Hopper Throttle. These innovative products help reduce fertilizer waste and boost your crop's performance, ensuring healthier plants and better yields. Committed to our community, we proudly support Scott County Athletics. Choose Red Barn Enterprises and Meristem crop performance products to enhance your farm's efficiency.
Western State Bank, Backyard Blooms and Garden Center, LLC, Spray Foamit, LLC, Good Anesthesia and Pain Management Services,
overall. But Scott City ranked now number 7 in Class 3A here with a big battle tonight here with the Cimarron Blue Jays, a team that's Scott City averaging 57 points a game. The Beavers will not have Eloy Ruelas tonight here. He'll be unavailable tonight. Hope to have him back next Tuesday. But still, it's going to be a pretty good lineup Scott City brings in. Of course, coming off that big high, a win over a very good Holcomb team. Holcomb and Goodland battling tonight. Goodland will not have Lincoln Keir. He's actually participating in the, I believe it's a Navy All-Star game there in San Antonio, Texas. And so he's there all week this week, so Goodland will not have his services there. But anyways, back to Scott City and Cimarron. The Beavers averaging 57 points a game. Jackson Rumford with another double-double last game out, 32 points, 13 rebounds, second high in his career. His second 30-point game in the last 3 games. He has 3 straight double-doubles as well, as Scott City looking to continue their winning ways here against the Blue Jays. They've won the last 8 in this series and have a very overwhelming lead in the series by the count of 21-1. And so Scott City looking to continue their winning ways here. But Cimarron will come up with a fight here tonight. You know they're going to bring their best here to the game here tonight. They are led by none other than Trace Copper. He has had quite a career in 3 different sports for the Blue Jays. He averages 14 points and 3 assists per ball game. He is a 5'9 senior. He had 18 against Colby in the last game before the Christmas break 18 days ago. But Cimarron, even though they're 2-4, they average 50 points a game. So you know they're gonna come swinging. They lost to Goodland. They lost to they beat Clinton, Oklahoma. They lost to Alva. And then in the Alva tournament, they had to actually play Alva's JV team. And that was their second win. They won that one 61-29. And they lost to Ulysses by 3 and then lost to Colby pretty big here right before the Christmas break. But besides Copper, you go to Colby Wilson, averages 9 points a game. Trent Riggs at 7. Miguel Ramirez at 7.8. Kane Sonde at 7. And really, not a lot after that for Cimarron. So Scott City can contain the starting 5. They've got a good chance to come out of here with a victory, but this is a team that won 4 games a year ago. Gave Norton a very good run in the sub-state first round before falling late in that ball game. They're a team that also averages 15 turnovers a game. Scott City, see what they can do here tonight. Just take care of business here. They'll get Ulysses next Tuesday night at home.
Ladies and gentlemen, for our boys varsity basketball game.
So
between the visiting Scott City Beavers and your Cimarron.
We'll get you your starting lineups here as they're already at that juncture here. Starting lineups once again presented here by Security State Bank in Scott City and Leota. For the Scott City Beavers, a little bit different lineup tonight for the Beavers. Coached by Brian Gentry in his 9th season, assisted by Joey Meyer, Drew Kite. It'll be Avery Radke, the 6'1 junior. He averages 7.3 points, 4 boards per contest. Junior Mesa, the 5'11 sophomore, at 9.5 points, 2.5 rebounds per contest. Alex Charango, he is a 5'10 senior, 10.2 points, 3.8 rebounds a game. Jackson Rumford, the double-double machine, a 6'6 senior. Of course, he just last week was announced as a Shrine Bowl selected to be in the 52nd Shrine Bowl nearby Dodge City in June. Congratulations to him, Rumford, at 20.8 points, 11.2 rebounds a game. And making his season debut for the Beavers, good to see him in a uniform, Brooks Bailey, the 6' senior. Of course, has not played all year because of a football injury in week 2, but of course, his highlight of his career came in his junior season when he hit the game-winning baseline shots against Andale in the sub-state semifinals. Avery Radke, Junior Mesa, Alex Charango, Jackson Rumford, and Brooks Bailey. Once again, no Eloy Ruel tonight, who averages 6.2 points and 5.7 assists per game. For Cimarron, Chris Chilton in his 4th season, assisted by Todd Hamilton and Samuel Allen. It'll be Trace Copper, the 5'9 senior, at 14.3 points and 2.8 rebounds a game. Colby Wilson, the 5'11 junior, 9.3 points and 2.7 rebounds. Also, Trent Briggs, he's a 5'10 senior at 7 points and nearly 5 boards a game. Miguel Ramirez, 5'11 senior, 7.8 points and nearly 2 assists a game. Cade Sonde, a 6'2 junior, averages 7 points and 6 rebounds. Trace Copper, Colby Wilson, Trent Briggs, Miguel Ramirez, and Cade Sonde. Those are your starting lineups, once again presented by Security State Bank. Keys of the game presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. Keys tonight for Scott City, I think it has to be, contain the three-point threat, because between Copper and Ramirez, that's 22 of their 36 threes this year, and Wilson has 9. So contain Copper as much as you can. Second key is work it inside. Those are your keys to the game. Scott City in the road navy blue uniforms with the lighter blue numbers and letters. Cimarron on their home white tops, and they have the navy blue numbers and letters. It's Jackson Rumford, Cade Sonde in the middle. Cimarron wins a tap, and we're underway. It'll be Copper who'll take it. Man-to-man defense for Scott City. Right side of the pass to Colby Wilson. Lobs it right elbow. Now driving in. Here's Miguel Ramirez, now double team. And Rumford just rips it right out of his hands. Early turnover by Cimarron. Scott City with the first possession down the court. Mesa up top to Alex Tarango. Tarango and Mesa will kind of rotate running the point here tonight. Now Brooks Bailey right wing. 20 to shoot. 7:30 to go. Entry feed into Rumford. Back to Bailey. He'll go left to Alex Tarango. Ball fake. As Cimarron kind of trying to double up on Rumford as they can. Now 10 to shoot. Mason now to Jackson Rumford outside the foul line with 8 to shoot. Lob underneath to Radke off the glass. Good ball movement. And Scott City has the first points. Radke with a high percentage shot there. 2-0, 7:14 to go first quarter. Scott City worked it late in the shot clock and got a good shot off there. They average 57.3 points a game. With it is Copper. Now up top here, Miguel Ramirez. A little stop and go, but up top now left goes to Copper. Copper, 18 to shoot, 6:57 to go first quarter. 2-0 Scott City. Ramirez guarded by Tarango. Now uses up one dribble, needs help, 12 to shoot. Bounce pass up top to Copper, 8 to shoot. Copper weaves his way, drives left, pivots in the paint. Left-handed layup, a little English, we're tied at 2. 6:41 to go first quarter. Lob in the front court. Now with it is Radke. He'll take it all the way to the rack, and he is fouled going up, and he'll get 2 free throws. So Radke's showing some aggression here early on. Cimarron with the foul, their first of the period. That foul will be on Trace Copper, his first. 2 free throws for Radke, who's 78% at the line this year. Scott City's been pretty good so far through the first 6 games at 74%, and it's now 3-2. Scott City up by 1. Remember, Cimarron led for most of this game a year ago, and then Scott City had to make a rally in the fourth quarter, and Radke has all 4 of Scott City's points. 2 trips down and 4 points for Scott City. 90 seconds into this game. Copper with it goes left to Cade Sonde. Sonde now to Miguel Ramirez, and here's a 3 launched off the heel that time by Colby Wilson. Radke, who's made an impression early in this ballgame, 4 points in the rebound. Pump fake by Rumford on the 3 straight away, goes out high right to Avery Radke. Now to Brooks Bailey, 6:10 to work first quarter. Now to Jackson Rumford. Nice cut. Here's Tarango, lays it up, and it crawls in. Goes around Colby Wilson, 6-2, 6 minutes to go first quarter. And the Beavers are perfect 2 for 2 from the floor and 2 for 2 from the line. Left side out top, here's Miguel Ramirez, and now driving in Wilson, ball fake. Now dishes left side to Sonde, leaves it short. Ball pinballed around, but right in the hands of Trent Briggs, and Cimarron resets. Driving in, bounce pass almost thrown away right to Trent Briggs. Cimarron with the ball down 6-2. 25 to shoot, 5:35 to work first quarter. Briggs with it out high off a screen left corner to Miguel Ramirez. Ramirez looking to weave, now he'll just drive in. Blocked by Bailey, who holds his ground and gets the board. Good start there for Brooks Bailey. Here's Scott City with the ball in a 6-2 lead. 5:20 to work first quarter. Lob right block to Jackson Rumford. Now will back his way in on Sunday. Takes it in, flips it up, crawls off. Scott City's first miss from the floor. And Cade Sonde grabs the board for the Blue Jays. As they go left to right, final 5 minutes of this first quarter. Copper will stop and go around Tarango. Lays it up. He has 4. All 4 of Cimarron's points, 6-4. That's kind of a tough play to defend there. 6-4, 4:55 to work, opening period. Mesa with it up top. Man-to-man Cimarron defense. Radke toward the left elbow gets a screen. Now a little pick and roll to Rumford. Gets great position. A little hook shot over Copper. Can't get it to go. And the rebound here is Wilson to bring it across for the Blue Jays, who trail by 2. Lob underneath the Sunday. Pump fakes. Lets Rumford go by. Can't get the foot back, and a whistle and a foul. And Sunday will have 2 free throws.
Avery Radke. That is his first.
They're going to get Avery Radke with the foul. That's Scott City's first foul, and Radke's first, of course, with 4:35 to go. Sonde at the line. He is 50% on the year. Cimarron has struggled at times this year. They're just 53% at the line. And that one crawls off. It remains 6-4 for Scott City. Tanner Hamilton in for the first time. He is a 5'8 junior. He will replace Miguel Ramirez. Sonde, the 6'2 junior, averages 7 and 6. Gets that one to go, and he's a true 50% free throw shooter. Cimarron with 3 in a row. They pulled it within 6-5. 4:35 to go first quarter. Mesa with it. Clears everybody off. Says, I got this. Hamilton to take it or guard him across the 10-second line. Mesa still with the dribble up top to Rumford. He lobs it over left to Avery Radke. Radke with 4. Scott City 6 points. Kicks it right corner to Mesa. 4-3. No. Scott City's missed their last 3. Jackson Rumford finds the rebound, gets it stripped out of his hands, picks it back up, and then finds Alex Tarango, who gets mauled by Hamilton. His first, team foul number 2 on Cimarron, excuse me.
Foul on Tanner Hamilton.
With 4:12 to go first period.
Team foul of the quarter for the Blue Jays.
Tarango to inbound it underneath the Scott City, correction, it'll be Jackson Rumford now inbound it underneath the Scott City basket. Lob it into Tarango. Almost a walk up top. Radke goes right side to Bailey. Lobs it right baseline to Rumford. Nice cut. Now Tarango and Copper get tied up. It's going to be Scott City ball in the possession arrow. And the clock stops at 4:09, 22 to shoot. 6-5 is your score. Mesa to inbound it. Finds Tarango right corner. Catch and shoot 3. Too strong. Rebound Rumford. His second board. Power dribble. He'll go up. Can't get it to go. Tipped the rebound. Tipped around, and it's Bailey has it. Rumford with a couple of misses from underneath. Scott City does reset. They have a couple offensive boards here with 3:50 to go first quarter. 25 to shoot Radke. Now up top to Tarango. Left side, here's Mesa. Now block, Rumford. Flips back up top to Bailey, now to Tarango. Looking to penetrate, jump stops in the paint. Up top, Mesa. Can he hit this 3? It's straight away, clanks off. Rebound Rumford underneath the Tarango. Gets it stripped that time and stolen away, and a foul. Or nope, ball lost. Is there a foul? No. Scott City had many opportunities there, but could not finish the possession, and Cimarron with looking for their first lead. The Beavers have missed their last 5 shots from the floor after hitting their first couple. 6-5 Cimarron with the ball down 1. 3:20 to work first quarter. Here's Copper weaving his way. Now right baseline. Colby Wilson, or correction, that is Trent Briggs. Pulls up the paint, can't get to go. Tipped around, and Rumford already with his 4th board here of the period. Here's Scott City with it. Now left side, Brooks Bailey. 3 minutes into Rumford, backs his way in, little hook shot. He's finally on the board. Took him 4 shots, but he got one in. 8-5, 3 minutes to go first quarter. Cimarron quickly back the other way, and here's Hamilton who launches a 3 for the tie, and he splashes it home. That's his first 3 of the year, and we are tied for the second time at 8 with 2:47 to go first quarter. Cimarron a little 1-3-1 zone. Now Mesa drives in, and that's going to be a charge. That'll be on Junior Mesa, his first. Scott City's 2nd foul. First turnover as well for Scott City. His end will be Adonis Batman, a 6'2 senior. He'll replace Cade Sonde. So Cimarron tied at 8 with Scott City. 2:38 to go first quarter. So the Beavers have cooled off after a hot start in the first 2 minutes. As the Blue Jays will bring it across left to right. Copper with the dribble. He'll go right with it. Out high, guarded by Radke. 22 to shoot. Now uses up a dribble, finds Trent Briggs. Briggs looking for a cutter, guarded by Mesa. Now with it, here's Hamilton. Back up top to Wilson. Wilson surveys, now up top to Copper. 10 to shoot, steps back. Now goes right. Scott City switches off on their man. 6 seconds to shoot 5. With it, here's Briggs driving in. Now with 2 seconds, 1 second. Wilson does not get the shot clock or shot off in time, and a good defensive possession for the Beavers. Shot clock violation with 2:03 to go first quarter. 8-8, 2 minutes to go first quarter. Ramirez to check back in next dead ball for the Blue Jays. As Tarango loses dribble out high and a whistle. We got a 30-second timeout beforehand. So Scott City with back-to-back turnovers. So the steal and the turnover for Cimarron, or the steal and the timeout. with 1:52 to go first quarter. Basketball tonight here presented by Pokey Feeders, Precision Ag, and Cedar Brothers Auto Body Mechanic, Pioneer Communications, Richards Financial Services, Road and Bean Green Agency, Iron Insurance Partners, Rotomix, and also Scott City Ice Center. I also want to thank J&R Car and Truck Center for providing transportation here to Cimarron. You can view their new and pre-owned inventory on their lot at J&R Car and Truck Center in Scott City, and also online at jrcarandtruck.com. So kind of a sluggish last couple of minutes here for Scott City, and they've seen Cimarron come back in here, tie this game at 8. 1:50 to go first quarter. Back-to-back Scott City turnovers. With it now is Miguel Ramirez, guarded by Radke. Now right side, here's Copper. Steps back, launches a three for the lead. Short rebound, Jackson Rumford. Already his 5th rebound of the quarter, and he outlets it right to Tarango. He'll take it across the 90 seconds, and now Rumford up top with it. Still with it. Now needs help. Bounce pass almost thrown away, picked up by Mesa. 20 to shoot. He loses the dribble out of bounds. Scott City with 3 consecutive turnovers. Three consecutive turnovers here with a minute 20 to go first quarter. We're tied at 8. Copper with it. Now goes left with the pass to Miguel Ramirez. Ramirez holds it off a screen up top. Now right side to Copper. Guarded by Tarango. Back up top to Wilson. Minute 5 to go first quarter. We're tied at 8. Cimarron loses it up high. Turnover number 3. Scott City has it around. Here's Radke. He'll take it all the way. He gets blocked going up. And the rebound here, Cimarron down the court. And Batman pushes Mesa, and then he almost should have get called for the travel. Copper turns down the 3. He'll sidestep and launch a 3. In and out. Rebound, Wilson underneath. Bailey tries to tie it up. Rumford he dives and saves it, and he gets the timeout before all that. Oh, that was a wild sequence. 30-second timeout for Scott City with 40.2 to go first quarter. We're still tied at 8, but Scott City has not scored in the last 3 minutes. Basketball also presented here by Scott City Pharmacy Giftologist, Scott Community Foundation, Scott County Abstract and Title Company, Scott Cooperative Association, Scott County Hospital, Scott County Records, Scott Pro and Security, State Bank, as well as Sharp Shooting Supplies. So Scott City and Cimarron tied at 8 here. The Beavers have 3 first quarter turnovers. And tied up at 8, but had a good start to this game. Hit their first couple shots. Hit their first couple free throws and just haven't been able to kind of settle in. Cimarron forcing a couple of turnovers there. An offensive foul along the way. We're tied at 8 here. 30 seconds to go first quarter. About 4 seconds between game clock and shot clock. Scott City can get a twofer here, get the last shot of the first quarter, and then they'll get the ball to begin the second quarter if they so choose. So nice dish, backside Rumford. Good penetration by Tarango and Rumford with 4 in a row. And it's 10-8 with 16 seconds to go first quarter. So Cimarron will end up with the final shot of the period here with 10 seconds to go. Copper goes right side to Colby Wilson. He'll drive in now back to Copper with 5 seconds, and he travels with it. That'll be Cimarron's 4th turnover. Scott City with the final opportunity here in this first quarter to extend their lead. Haven't been able to put away the Blue Jays. Rumford now with it. Nice give to Bailey. He'll get poked away by Copper as some extra tenths come off the clock after it was real dead. 1 second to go first quarter. Bailey to inbound it. He will lob it up to Mesa. He'll fire a deep 3. It's got a chance. It rims off as the first quarter comes to a close. 10-8 for Scott City. They'll have the ball when we come back in a minute for the second quarter. This is Beaver basketball.
Go with the proven winner. I'm Michael Trout from State Farm in Scott City. When it comes to auto insurance, we score big with our policyholders. We score on competitive rates, on customer service, and on satisfaction and speedy claim handling. Let us quote your autos today and make you a part of the Trout State Farm team. Call or stop by Michael Trout State Farm and you can be assured of our personal best. Go with the winner, Michael Trout State Farm, Scott City.
At American Implement, we believe that education and athletics play a crucial role in uplifting communities. Our commitment to supporting farmers aligns closely with the values of teamwork and resilience found in sports. By investing in local initiatives, we enhance individual lives and strengthen community bonds for a brighter future. American Implement, indebted to the past, committed to the future.
And it's 10-8 Scott City with possession in their favor here to begin the second quarter. Jackson Rumford with 4, Avery Radke with 4, and Alex Stringer with the other basket for Scott City. For Cimarron, he had 4 for Copper, 3 for Tanner Hamilton off the bench, and then the other one from Cade Sonde at the foul line. Scott City was 2 of 2 at the line. Cimarron just 1 out of 2. Cimarron opens up a 2-3 zone to begin the second quarter. Avery Radke with it. Now to Brooks Bailey, top to Mesa, 20 to shoot. So Scott City trying to find a way to dissect this 2-3 zone. They'll skip it over right side. Mesa with 12 to shoot, right corner to Radke. 10 seconds. Now here's Tarango. Pump fakes on the 3. Finds a cutting Mesa. 4 seconds. Brooks Bailey will launch the 3. Oh, that was halfway in and out. Rumford with the rebound. Goes up. No. Foul. Third time, no. Radke. Yes. 12-8. 7:18 to go with the first half. Scott City is starting to rack up the offensive boards. And Radke with 6 points and a couple of boards. And the lead back up to 4 for Scott City. That matches their largest lead of the game. Cimarron on a 3-minute drought. Sonde with an easy trip to the basket. And he has his first field goal with 3 points. 12-10, 6:57 to go first half. Scott City owning the glass here in this first half. 9-4, but they only have a 2-point lead. Tarango takes it in, and that's going to be a charge.
Offensive foul.
And the PA guys pretty loud in here. It brings a lot of energy. Alex Tarango, his first foul, first team foul of the quarter, and now Cimarron with a chance here to tie it or take their first lead of the night. 12-10, 6:40 to go second quarter. Beavers have not subbed yet in this first game of the first 9 minutes. Little give and go left side. Here's Ramirez trying to drive in on Radke. Oh, he traveled. Turnover number 5 on the Blue Jays. Scott City has 4 turnovers here this first half. And Scott City will see Cimarron go man-to-man full court press. Radke to inbound it in, does so to Rumford. 12-10, we've played 90 seconds of the second half. Now Rumford will take it across right to left here in the half, guarded by Sonde. Goes left to Jackson or to Bailey. Now weave up top. Here's Mesa, penetrates. Jump stop to the left block. Oh, low for Tarango, but he saves it right to Rumford. Power dribble goes up twice, can't get it to go. Brooks Bailey crashes the board, then finds Rumford. He will lay it up and score it. Rumford with a half a dozen. 14-10, 6:10 to go first half, and another offensive board for Scott City. They have 7 in the half, and they have a 4-point lead. With it out high, here's Wilson trying to drive in, but can't. Miguel Ramirez now guarded by Bailey. 5:55 to go first on. It's 14-10, 5:15 to work first half. With it is Colby Wilson. He'll drive right side, cut off the baseline. Now needs help. Now we'll throw it up top to Miguel Ramirez. 10 to shoot. Up top now to Trace Copper. Copper guarded by Radke. Still, now he'll just take it strong to Rex. Gets stripped and stolen away. Good defense. Turnover number 6 on Cimarron. Scott City with the ball. Tarango leading the charge. Left corner to Brooks Bailey. Turns down the 3. Rumford with it up top. Sees an alley of the rack. He will lay it up. Can't get it, but he draws the foul. A foul called on Cimarron. Just their third of the ball game in the first of the period with 4:49 to go first half. Sonde mentioned the foul. Rumford with 6 points and 7 rebounds already unofficially in this first half. He is an 80% free throw shooter and knocks that one down. Scott City now leads it here 15-10, 4:49 to go first half. And make it 16-10. Scott City with an 8-2 run here over the first 3 minutes, 11 seconds of this second quarter. Coach Brian Gentry will put his first sub to the scorer's table to check in next dead ball. That'll be Caston Wren, the junior. Tarango with the steal up top. Scott City with a 6-2 run here in the second period. It led 10-8 after one. 16-10, 4:30 to go first half. Colby Wilson with it. Now up top to Tanner Hamilton. 10 to shoot. Ball deflected, almost stolen away. Pinballs around. Cimarron keeps it. 7 to shoot. Ramirez for 3. No. Rebound Avery Radke has it, and he's on the run, and he gets fouled by Copper. That's going to be his second foul.
Foul on Trace Copper, his second.
So Radke with 4 rebounds already in this half. 16-10, 4:15 to go. As I mentioned, substitution in is Caston Wren, the 5'11 junior. Brooks Bailey will take a rest, and now Tarango with it. Almost double dribbled as he gets a strip trying to drive in. Now loose picked up, turnover number 5 on Scott City. 4:05 to go second quarter, and almost lost again. And now it's poked away, stolen away. And now Wren almost had it stolen away. Rumford lets the play slow down, and now Scott City can set up Radke. Wren in the left corner for a 3, short. Rebound Radke, power dribble. Goes up, can't get it, but he's fouled. He'll get 2 free throws. Scott City with 9. Make that 8 offensive boards here in this first half. Radke has 6 points and 5 rebounds. The foul on Trent Briggs, his first. Team foul number 3 of the quarter. 2 free throws for Radke. First one clanks off. Scott City now 4-5 at the line. They have a 16-10 lead. And now Drew Metzger in to replace Alex Tarango. Metzger, a 6-foot sophomore, in for the first time tonight. Radke trying to make this a 7-point game, and he does. He is 3 of 4 at the line and has 7. 17-10. Just 3 Beavers have scored. Radke with 7, Rumford with 8, Tarango with the other 2. 3:40 to go second period. With it is Colby Wilson. Now left corner. Scott City, Cimarron plays with Copper on the bench at 2,000. 3 can't be banked in by Hamilton. The rebound to Scott City. Beavers with a 7-point lead in the ball. 3:25 to work first half. Rumford up top to Metzger. Now bullet pass left corner to Wren. The entry feed into Rumford. Triple teamed immediately. Power dribble now gets it ripped out of his hands, and that'll be Scott City's 6th turnover. So the smaller 5'8 Hamilton just rips it out of 6'6 Rumford. Kind of like that pesky little fly there. 3:05 to work first half. Hamilton will drive in. His shot blocked by Rumford as he returns a favor on the other end, and Scott City with the board. Here's Rumford. Survey stops, pops a triple. No. Rebound. We're going to get a push. I believe that'll be on Metzger.
Foul on Drew Metzger. That is his first.
And Metzger with the foul is first. Scott City's 3rd team foul of the quarter. Both teams are 3 fouls here in the second quarter with 2:51 to go first half. 17-10 is your score. Cimarron has not scored in 4 minutes. They had pulled it to within 2. Scott City with the last 5 of the ball game, and Rumford, that's forced by Rumford off of Tanner Hamilton, and Cimarron with turnover number 8 of the half. Good defense by Rumford. Ended up being knocked off the 5'8 junior Tanner Hamilton, and Cimarron will bring back in Copper to replace Hamilton. So Copper out there, and Coach Chris Chilton rolling the dice with his 2 fouls, returning him back to the lineup. Mason in the front court with 2.5 to go first half. Radke just outside the foul line, crawls off, and the rebound into the hands of Trent Briggs. Had a good look, but couldn't get it to drop in. Here comes Cimarron down 7. 2:20 to go second quarter, and now losing it. Oh, that was almost a walk by Trent Briggs. Skip it over right side to Colby Wilson, guarded by Radke. Now to Sonde, guarded by Rumford, trying to drive in. Almost runs out of real estate. And now here's Ramirez, pulls up behind him to Briggs. Briggs flips it right side to Wilson. Wilson, right baseline floater, too strong. Sonde over Rumford gets the board, puts it up, and can't get it to go. And boy, they've had some good looks. Have the Blue Jays, and Scott City slows it down and grabs the board. It's 1:54 to go first half. Into Rumford backing his way in. Little hook shot, yes. He has 6 in the period, 10 for the game. It's 19-10, 1:45 to go first half. So Cimarron has gone ice cold here over the last 5 minutes. Scott City with a 7-0 run and to build up a 9-point lead. Late first half, final 90 seconds. Really been a fast-moving first half. Left side, Miguel Ramirez out high, looking for a cutter. Finds Copper out high. 20 to shoot. Drives left. And now left wing goes to Miguel Ramirez. Ramirez up top to Wilson with 12 to shoot. Guarded by Caston Wren. Puts it on the floor. Drives in. Now right corner. Wide open is Briggs for 3. No. Shooting woes continue for Cimarron, but Scott City is the last to touch it. And Cimarron will get another crack and a new 35 with a minute 12 to go. And we get 3 in for Scott City. Alex Tarango, Brooks Bailey. Correction, just 2. Alex Tarango, Brooks Bailey in. Caston Wren and Drew Metzger will exit here with 72 first half seconds remaining. Lob in, and nobody blocks out Ramirez, who can't get the shot. And then he fouls after Rumford collects his 9th board of the half. Rumford working on a double-double in this first half. Final foul to give for Cimarron before halftime. That's their 4th team foul, and mentioned Miguel Ramirez. That is his first personal foul for the senior. 19-10 Scott City. Final minute of the second quarter. Now Triangle lost the dribble momentarily, but picks it back up. Now uses up a dribble to Junior Mesa, right wing. Nice bullet pass to the block. Here's Brooks Bailey. Flips it right baseline jumper, and welcome back. Brooks with his first basket, 21-10, 51 seconds to go first half. Beavers on a 9-0 run over the last 6 minutes. Cimarron has not scored since the 6:57 mark of the first half. That was on a Sunday layup early in the second period. The Beavers have built up an 11-point lead late first half. 35 seconds to go. With it is Miguel Ramirez. Now Trent Briggs trying to drive in up top to Colby Wilson. He'll drive in left side. His layup is good. He's on the board. That breaks a 6.5-minute drought. 21-12, 24 seconds. Avery Radke on the other end can't get the layup to go. Tipped, and it's into the hands of Copper. Here comes Cimarron racing back the other way. Euro step layup and 4 quick points. 21-14 with 13 seconds to go first half. So now Cimarron is back to within 7 after they went 0-4 for about 6.5 minutes. 5 seconds to go. Give and go. Here's Rumford, lays it up. Assist from Triangle. 23-14. The shot well short at the end of the first half, and a flurry of action after it's kind of a ho-hum most of the second quarter. The Beavers take a 9-point lead in the locker room at 23-14. Back in 3 minutes for the half.
S&T, Scott County Hospital, Scott Co-op, Security State Bank.
At Red Barn Enterprises, we offer a full range of products to boost your farming success. As your locally owned Axis Seed regional company, we offer products to support the health and productivity of your crop. With a wide selection from BW Fusion, Meristem Crop Performance, and Pivot Bio, we have everything you need to protect your crop from abiotic stresses and feed it for top yields. Proudly supporting the Beavers, Red Barn Enterprises is your local partner committed to your crops and community. At Red Barn Enterprises, we're bringing you BW Fusion products to help your crops stress less and yield more. Discover the benefits of Amino, Relax RX, Full Sun, and BioBoost, each designed to enhance plant health and maximize yield. Proudly supporting Scott County Athletics, Red Barn Enterprises is your partner for a more resilient and productive future. Choose BW Fusion from Red Barn Enterprises today.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers.
Cimarron High School halftime lead for the Beavers at 23-14 over the Cimarron Blue Jays. Scott City has not trailed in this game, but lead it here by 9 at the break. They've led by as many as 11. Cimarron had a little 4-0 run late in that second quarter. Scott City with the last basket before the break, as they lead it here at the break by the count of 23-14. Scott City in the first half, led by Jackson Rumford. He is near a double-double, unofficially 12 points, 9 rebounds in the first half, 7 for Avery Radke. Alex Taranga with a basket, and Brooks Bailey making his season debut with a 2-pointer as well for Scott City. The Beavers without Eloy Ruelas tonight. So far, surviving here as they lead it here 23-14. They do have 6 turnovers, but have been so dominant on the glass. Let's see, 17 rebounds to just 7 for Cimarron in the first half unofficially. They did have 6 turnovers, a couple steals for Scott City. Those are some little things that have hurt them here tonight. Also for Cimarron in the first half, Trace Copper was 6. Tanner Hamilton came off the bench. He has the only 3-pointer either side in this first half. 3 for Cade Sonde. And then 2 for Colby Wilson. That broke a 6.5-minute drought when he got his basket to drop in. Cimarron with 8 turnovers in the first half. They have 2 steals. They have 7 rebounds here in the first half. So just kind of a quiet first or halftime here. Scott City with a 23-14 lead here over the Cimarron Blue Jays. Let's take a 3-minute break. Come back with the rest of your first half. This is Scott City basketball.
Shells Flowers and More in Scott City is your full-service florist that provides custom floral arrangements and great gift ideas for anyone. Stop in and see what they offer, including jewelry, snack mixes, baby gifts, balloons, baptismals, flavored coffees, and so much more. There's more gift ideas arriving daily. Don't forget to reach out to Shells Flowers and More for weddings, funerals, or any special occasion. Shells Flowers and More, your go-to.
The world needs more farmers. People who know the land. People who support rural communities. People who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
BBN is brought to you by American Implement, All-in-One Wash, B&H Paving, Fairleigh Feed Yard, Fro Heating and Cooling, First National Bank, Great Western Tire and Deck Mart, HRC Feed Yards.
Investing in our community is how we make a lasting impact. It's about more than just providing wireless services. We believe in rolling up our sleeves and working side by side with local organizations. Whether you're sharing cherished moments, staying updated on trends, or exploring your surroundings, we're there to keep you connected. Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry Office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
At Red Barn Enterprises, we bring you the best products in agriculture through the Max Yield system, placing the right products on every field of your farm. Use Axis Seed, BW Fusion, Meristem Crop Performance, and Pivot Bio to enhance your crop's resilience and productivity today. Trust Red Barn Enterprises for all your crop needs, and join us in cheering on the Beavers.
First half stats, Scott City shooting 36% in the first half at 9 of 25. 0 of 6 on threes, 9 of 19 on twos, and 5 of 6 from the foul line. And they, once again, for Cimarron, let's get to them here. They were 6 of 17 in that first half, 35%, and just 1 of 2 at the foul line, 1 of 3 on threes, and 5 of 14 on twos. Foul trouble, Scott City doesn't have anybody in foul trouble. They only had 5 fouls and 1 5 different players had 1 foul. Cimarron had Trace Copper with 2 fouls. They had 6 fouls in the first half. So really, for the most part, they're letting them play here in this first half. Let's get to some scores across the league here. Goodland leading Holcomb 26-19 at the break. Holcomb led that game after the first quarter. It's a battle of the top 10 teams in Class 3. Goodland ranked number 2. Holcomb ranked at number 10. Colby right now slowly pulling away, up 66-49 over Hoxie with about 1:25 to go in that one. Don't have a Hugoton Ulysses score. Some girls finals from earlier tonight. Holcomb wins for the second straight year at Goodland, once again by 2, 46-44. Hugoton just blasted Ulysses tonight, 67-26. And the Colby Lady Eagles fell for the first time this year. They fell to Hoxie 48-43, so a little bit of a surprise there. It'll be Cimarron basketball to begin the third 8 minutes of play. Scott City with Junior Mesa, Alex Trango, Brooks Bailey, Jackson Rumford, and Avery Radke. Cimarron with Trent Briggs, Trace Copper, Colby Wilson, Miguel Ramirez, and Cade Sonde. Our third quarter officially underway, and Cimarron moves from right to left as we see it here. Right elbow now up top. Here's Copper. Goes to his left. He wanted to get the 3 to him. Now Ramirez. He'll drive right side on Tarango. Bounce pass stolen away by Bailey, and then Wilson last to touch it. Good job by Bailey anticipating the pass. And that'll be Cimarron's 9th turnover as the ball went out of bounds. Here with 7:42 to go here in the third. Scott City's first possession of the second half as they move from left to right here in periods 3 and 4. Nice cut. Here's Rumford. Spin move. Layup good. Trying to draw the charge was Briggs, but they didn't buy it. 25-14, 7:28 to go. Third period, so Scott City matches their largest lead. Now Sonde loses it underneath, and they will say last touch by the Blue Jays, and they commit turnover number 10. Scott City up by 11 here, early third quarter. Kind of a quiet gym here tonight. School's back in session here in Cimarron tomorrow. With it is Radke up top. Now Tarango uses up a dribble, finds Mesa right side. Scott City's not hit a 3 yet. They're 0 of 6. Off a screen, here's Tarango up top. He'll try to get a screen. Can't get it. 15 to shoot. Now to Radke. Up top to Bailey. Bailey with 10 to shoot. Surveys. Now bounces to Rumford. Faces nice underneath to layup. Tarango misses it too strong, and the rebound to Cade Sonde. Here comes Cimarron in transition, down 11. 6:45 to go third period. With the dribble out high, it's Copper, guarded by Mesa. Looking for a cutter. Now finds Sonde. Looking for Copper. He will lay it up and crawls off from point blank. And Rumford now with a double-double. Here comes Scott City, and they throw it away. Turnover number 7. Cimarron with the ball. Now they'll throw it away as things get a little messy here with 6:26 to go third period. It's 25-14 Scott City. With the lead and the basketball, Rumford will take it across the 10-second line. Goes right, hands it off to Tarango and then to Mesa. Play weave up top. Now Brooks Bailey right wing. Looking for a cutter. 20 to shoot. Almost carried it. Now up top to Radke, left side to Tarango. Entry feed into Rumford. Quickly double team. Finds a cutting Tarango who lays it up and scores it. He has 4. Assists from Rumford. 27-14 with 6 minutes to go third quarter. Good ball movement that time. You collapse on Rumford on a double team. You leave somebody wide open and leaves the quick Tarango to the basket. They lead by 13. It's been a 15-4 run since Cimarron had it to within 2 early second quarter. Sonde backing his way in now. Stripped and stolen away. Good help defense. 12th Cimarron Blue Jay turnover. Rumford's going to drive down Main Street. Dish it right corner to Mesa. Turns down the 3. Now up top. Radke will launch it. No. Rebound Rumford. Holds it with 5:24 to go third quarter. That was a good look for Radke up top. Scott City with 20 to shoot. Plenty of time. Mesa with it. Sees it now and now steps back. He'll try a 3. No. Scott City now 0 of 8 from downtown, and the rebound to Cimarron. Had a couple of good looks that time, but just couldn't drop it in. 5 minutes to go third quarter. Here's Ramirez. Jump stop in the paint up top. Now it's going to be Colby Wilson penetrating. Shot blocked by Rumford, and here's Radke with the board. Scott City to bring it across. Right side to Mesa. Holds it. Now up top to Rumford. He'll try a straightaway triple. That's good. Scott City finally with a 3. 17 for Rumford, and it's 30-14 with 4:45 to go third quarter. Scott City, it took them 9 shots from downtown. They finally get one down, and Cimarron wants time as Rumford's 6th 3 of the year forces Cimarron into a full timeout. With 4:38 to go third quarter, it's 30-14 Scott City. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
First National Bank of Scott City. One of the few places left that you could call today and speak with a person and be greeted at the door with a friendly face. Come see us at First National Bank, where you will feel at home. Let us help you with your banking needs, whether it be setting up a checking account, savings account, CD, or getting a loan for that new vehicle or home you have been dreaming about. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website
in this
today.
third quarter, Cimarron has gone on another little mini drought. They're on about a 4-minute drought. And as I say that, the 3 is airballed by Wilson. And then Mesa, he's going to give it, or it's going to be, last touch by Mesa. Good hustle, though, trying to knock it off the Blue Jay, but he was well out of bounds. Scott City with a 30-14 lead with 4:31 to go third period. There's 23-14 to break. They'll throw it up top. Will Copper out high to Colby Wilson. Wilson guarded by Brooks Bailey. He's up the dribble. Now Rumford steps in the passing lane trying to get around Wilson, but he gets it back, and now Numbers ball deflected, and Scott City forces Cimarron into their 13th turnover. Lead pass down the floor to Bailey. Goes up, and he's fouled, and he'll get 2 free throws. Scott City quickly down the floor with 4:16 to go third quarter. Bailey looking to add to his, I guess you could say, season-high 2 points. Foul on Colby Wilson is first. That's the first foul either side here in the third quarter, and Bailey to the line for 2 charity tosses, making his season debut tonight, and he knocks down the first to make it 31-14. 4:16 here in the third. Cimarron has only had 3 baskets since the first quarter, and it's now a 9-0 run to begin this half, and an 11-0 run in the ball game. Bailey with 4, 32-14 near the midway mark of this third quarter. Copper now right side over to Colby Wilson. Right corner, here's Trent Briggs, guarded by Bailey. Halfway third quarter, drives to the foul line, almost walks with it. Kept that pivot foot down, and then a lob up top to Copper with 15 to shoot. Radke will guard Copper as he'll drive in, spin move in the paint. So far held to 6 points. 8 to shoot. With it here is Trent Briggs. Now Copper launches a deep 3. That's off the backboard, and the rebound, or off the heel, Jackson Rumford with the board for Scott City. 3:38 to go third period, an 18-point Scott City lead at 32-14. Up top with it, here is Alex Tarango with the dribble. Crosses over, jump stop, right corner to Junior Mesa. He'll fire a guarded 3, short. Rebound into the hands of Trent Briggs. Here comes Cimarron back the other way in transition. A floater up, line drive, mid-post right by Trent Briggs. 32-16 with 3:15 to go third quarter. That breaks a 5-minute drought for the Blue Jays and ends a Scott City 11-0 run in this ball game. So we approach 3 minutes to go third period. Tarango with it up top. Lobs it backside, hits the rim, but right to Radke. Now Bailey will drive in. Oh, that's going to be a charge. Bailey with his second. Team foul number 1 of the third quarter. Turnover number 8 on Scott City with 2:56 to go. Substitutions in. Tanner Hamilton and Adonis Batman in for Trent Briggs and Cade Sonde.
And number 25, Adonis Batman.
2:56 to go third quarter. 32-16 is your score as the Beavers have doubled up the Blue Jays. Coach Brian Gentry is going to go a little deeper into his bench next dead ball with a couple of subs, a couple of sophomores who haven't been in yet. Copper with it, gets a screen, but finds Colby Wilson. He'll drive in, leans in, reverses a layup, hits underneath the backboard, tipped and in the hands of Junior Mesa for Scott City. Wilson was kind of in no man's land there amongst the trees. 2:34 to go third quarter. Tarango with it up top goes left. Here's Xavier Radke driving down the middle. His runner, finger roll layup. Oh, it crawls off. And then they're going to call a foul on Radke, his second. Said he didn't get enough of the ball to tie up. And team foul number 2 of the quarter with 2:25 here in the third. And for the first time is going to be Brody Steckline, the 6'1 sophomore. Also in is Ethan Fro, the 6'1 sophomore, as Xavier Radke and Brooks Bailey will take a breather. First time Radke's been out all night. 2:20 to go third period. Batman now left side over to Ramirez. Here's Copper, jump stop. Correction, that was Colby Wilson. Now underneath the reverse layup left short that time by Ramirez. Here's Scott City back after the Rumford board. Now right corner, here's a catch and shoot three for Tarango. Short rebound, Wilson, and we're going to get almost a tie-up, but Wilson ends up ripping it away there. Good effort by Steckline trying to get the board. And here comes Cimarron back the other way with a minute 50 to go third period. Underneath, shots, tough shot, no, rebound, another rebound for Rumford. He's up to about 14 rebounds here tonight. 1:43 to go third period. Rumford in the front court, now to Junior Mesa. That was close to a 10 count. Cimarron stays man-to-man. Here's Steckline. Rumford and now up top. Tarango with 18 to shoot. He'll penetrate. Dribbles behind the back. Now needs help. Finds a cutting Fro. Loses it, and we're going to get a tie-up, and it'll be Scott City's basketball in the possession arrow with 1:27 to go third period and 13 to shoot. And Coach Chris Shelton will send Cade Sonde and Trent Briggs to replace Miguel Ramirez and Colby Wilson. 13 to shoot. So only 2 players have not checked out tonight, Jackson Rumford and Alex Tarango. 1:27 to go. They'll lob it into Rumford. Catches it. Bounce pass right side to Mesa with 10 to shoot. Now Rumford, the high post right. Now to Mesa with 6, with 5, with 4, with 3. 2 seconds. Fro will launch a 3. Leaves it short. Rebound out high into the hands of Hamilton. So Scott City maybe didn't anticipate the shot clock running down that fast. Scott City on a little bit of a drought as well. Got a whistle and a foul. That'll be on Brody Steckline, his first. Team foul number 3 of the quarter on Scott City with 64 third quarter seconds remaining. 32-16. We've been stuck at this score for about 2 minutes. They'll lob it out high to Batman. Now over to Cade Sonde. Looking for a screen for Copper. He'll finally receive the basketball. 58 seconds to work. 18 to shoot. Steps back. Scott City's done a good job on him tonight. With it here is Tanner Hamilton. Entry feed and now Steckline with a push in the back. That is his second foul and the 4th team foul of the quarter with 50.7 to go third period.
Brody Steckline, his second personal. 4th team foul of the
Cimarron's only been whistled for 1 foul this period. 50.7 to go. Now they do reset the shot clock. Copper trying to inbound it in. We'll just throw it clear into the backcourt. It'll be retrieved by Tanner Hamilton. 45 to work third period. Now Copper, he'll launch a deep 3. Good. He has 9. Just the second 3 for Cimarron. 32-19 with 38 seconds to go third period. Up top to Jackson Rumford. About 4 seconds between game clock and shot clock. Rumford is going to drive down, and he gets it stolen away. Turnover number 9 on Scott City. The shot clock off, and all of a sudden, a little momentum for Cimarron. They have the last 5 points of this ball game. Here's Copper. Reverses layup block, but a foul on Rumford. That'll be Rumford's first foul. Team's 5th with 18.5 seconds.
Jackson Rumford, his first personal.
And Copper to the line for 2 free throws. He's 74% at the line. Cimarron 1 of 2 at the line, and Scott City on a 4-minute scoring drought here in this game. Cimarron misses the free throw as Brooks Bailey and Avery Radke and Ethan Fro and Brody Steckline exit. It was 32-14, and it's now 32-19. 18.5 seconds to go third period. Oh, going to have a lane violation if he doesn't hit it, but he hits the free throw. Now Copper with 10, 32-20, 18 seconds to go third quarter. Shot clock off. Rumford to take it across. Bounce pass to Radke. 3-on-1 numbers. He'll drive in. Runner blocked and a hack. And a break for Scott City. That's Cimarron's second team foul of the period with 7.7 seconds to go. They'll get Cade Sonde with his second. That'll be Radke to the line for 2. 7.7 to go third period. Radke to the line. First one is good. It makes it 33-20. 7.7 breaks a 4-minute, 9-second drought for Scott City. They have not had a field goal since the 4:45 mark of the third quarter. See Trace Copper and Alex Trango kind of a little chat there. And Radke with 9. Just 3 off a career high, 34-20. 7.7 to go third quarter. Scott City ends a little 6-0 Cimarron run. Now a cut. Here's Copper. Weaves his way through with 4, with 3. Stops, fires a 3. Short airball. Rebound to Mesa. And that's the end of your third quarter. Scott City with a 34-20 lead. So they go on an 11-6 run out of all that in the third quarter. We'll come back in the fourth quarter in 1 minute. This is Scott City basketball.
Western Tire of Scott City is available for tire repair and replacement, oil changes, tire rotation, balancing, alignment, and bulk fuel delivery to keep your equipment going. They also offer 24-hour emergency service calls. Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. At Deckmart, they offer a variety of quality furniture, including sofas, recliners, lift chairs, dining sets, bars, bar stools, mattresses, and more. They carry GE and Speed Queen appliances and are happy to quickly service what they sell with a local repairman. Great Western Tire and Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. Small-time friendliness with big city service and quality.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides new and used vehicles. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet and GMC dealership in Scott City.
There's brought to you by Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Scott City with the lead. Cimarron to the ball to begin the fourth quarter, 34-20. Hugoton has gone final with Ulysses. Hugoton 54 and Ulysses 43. So Hugoton with their first league win of the year. They're now at 500. Scott City trying to get to 6-1 for the second straight year. They're 8 minutes away. They have a 14-point lead. 17 points, 13 rebounds unofficially for Jackson Rumford tonight. Trace Copper leading Cimarron with 10. Blue Jays with the ball, 7:45 to go. Trent Briggs with it. He broke the seal on the basket for their first points of the third quarter. They only had 6 in that third quarter, did the Blue Jays. 4 of those by Copper, who has it with 10 to shoot. Steps back at the foul line now. His little runner is short. Scott City has really flustered him all night, and Rumford with another rebound. Here's Junior Mesa, right corner to Radke. He has 9 points. And, oh, man, and misses a runner. Copper saves it into play into the hands of Trent Briggs. Man, Radke had a good look there, did everything right but finish. And here's Cimarron with the ball, first minute of this fourth quarter at 34-20. Scott City has not had a field goal in almost 6 minutes. Their last field goal came on a three-pointer by Rumford with about 4:45 to go third quarter. That pushed Scott City's lead to 30-14, and then Cimarron eventually called the timeout. 6:50 to go, 8 to shoot, and Trango with the steal. 15th Blue Jay turnover. Here's Trango, and shot up and good with contact as the time Hamilton tried to get the charge. 36-20. Trango with a half a dozen with 6:40 to go. Scott City has been really good on defense here tonight. Lead back up to 16. They've led by as many as 18. I don't know if I want to say that too loudly, and picking ball around and another turnover. Scott City with some good help on defense. And now Mason in the corner. Here's Radke. Bullet pass into Trango, and he tries to wrap around, and Batman knocks it out of his hands. 6:17 to go. And Cimarron will bring in Colby Wilson and Miguel Ramirez. That will be Adonis Batman and also Tanner Hamilton. They've been mainly 7 deep in their bench or in their rotation tonight. Here's Brooks Bailey. Catches Cimarron sleeping, and Bailey with 6 in his season debut, and it's a 38-20 game with 6:09 to go. I tell you what, I don't know if I want to talk about 18-point games or margins because the Lady Beavers had an 18-point lead in the second half earlier. Copper, this floater, he can't get that one to go. A rebound and a foul. A little maybe frustration foul on Trace Copper at 5:57 to go.
Trace Copper, his third personal foul.
Yeah, it's his third foul. Team foul number 1 of the fourth quarter. And then Cimarron cut it to within 4, but Lady Beavers ended up winning, of course, 59-50. Inbound into Rumford. Little over 2 minutes into this final stanza, Scott City with an 18-point lead in the ball. They have the last 6 of the ball game after Cimarron had a 6-0 run in the third period. And to Rumford backing his way in, fade away. Yes, he has 19. 40-20. The lead is doubled up here with 5.5 to go. Scott City now with a 20-point lead, their largest of the night. Up top to Colby Wilson. Jump stop left corner. Here's Trace Copper, guarded by Mesa. He'll weave his round and floater left side. Clanks off. Rebound. Avery Radke with the 7th board. Scott City has mopped the glass all night. 5:12 to go. Rumford uses up a dribble looking for a cutter. Goes right to Alex Tarango. He'll penetrate in, back his way in. Goes up and draws the contact on Colby Wilson. His second team foul, number 2 of the fourth quarter. With 5:01 to go. And Tarango, his first trip to the line tonight. He has 6 points. Only 4 Beavers have scored here tonight. The free throw rattles in. 41-20. 5:01 to go. Mesa out and Bailey out. Back in is Drew Metzger and Caston Wren. Second charity toss. Good as well. Scott City now 11 of 12 at the line, and they have a 22-point lead. 5 minutes to go. 42-20 is your score. Copper with it. Drives in. Bounce past to Cade Sonde. Now back up top. Briggs trying to square it up for a 3, but now driving in, here's Ramirez in the paint. Stripped. Oh, they're going to get a foul. They're going to say shooting foul on Ramirez. The foul will be charged to Drew Metzger, his second. Team foul number 1 of the fourth quarter of 4:47 to go. Ramirez at the line. He is 54% on the year, 7 of 13. Cimarron tonight, 2 of 4. And that free throw is short. And the Blue Jays all of a sudden on a lengthy drought here. And that one is good. That breaks a long drought and a 10-0 Scott City run. 42-21, 4:45 to go. Rumford with it. He has 19 points and about 14 or 15 rebounds tonight unofficially. Rumford with it. Goes left with the pass to Caston Wren. Wren now back to Rumford. It's 15 shoot. Finds a cutting Drew Metzger. And he has his first varsity points. 44-21 with 4:23 to go. Nice knife down the lane. Rumford with another dime dropped in. 44-21 as we're near the midway point of this fourth quarter. Up top with it, here is Batman, and left to Copper, ball fake. Now he'll drive in, loses the dribble, picks it back up. Little bump by Tarango. I believe they played some summer ball together. And now with his Ramirez right side, 10 to shoot to Colby Wilson. He'll drive in right side, and that's going to be a blocking foul. And 2 free throws coming up here for Cimarron with 3:53 to go. I think they're going to get Tarango with his second, and they are. Second Scott City foul in the fourth quarter, 44-21, 3:53 to go. Wilson, he will head to the line for the first time tonight. He is a 36% free throw shooter. This is a team that averages 50 points a game, and at 21 with 3:53 to go, and a new alert, a new sub-alert here. Mickey Gosman in for the first time. Jackson Rumford exits, his first seed of the night. He has 19 points and about 15 rebounds. And Wilson hits 1 out of 2. His third point, 44-22, 3:51 to go. Oh, Radke, he might have gotten away with the walk. Up top to Gosman, goes left with the pass to Drew Metzger. 2 sophomores, senior, 2 juniors on the floor for Scott City. Tarango head fake. Tarango will drive in. He will lay it up. Got it. Might have been partially blocked. Ball deflected, but right into the hands of Colby Wilson. Might have had it deflected going up as he was trying to go for double figures. And a layup on the other end finds the basket for Wilson. He has 5 of the game, 44-24, 3:16 to go. That's Cimarron's first field goal of this fourth quarter. Tarango with it, and we have a timeout forehand for Coach Brian Gentry. He's going to burn a 30 with 3:12 to go. Basketball tonight brought to you by Specialty Risk Insurance Agency, Spencer Pest Control, State Farm Insurance, Stevens Veterinary Services, Sullivan Foundation, Trophy Wine and Spirits, Turner Sheet Metal, Vogelmore Family Farms, Western Kansas Insurance, Western State Bank, Wheatland Electric, White's Food Liner, Wilkins Physical Therapy, and Winterland Farms. So Scott City will have a week off before the Ulysses Tigers come to town next Tuesday night. Scott City will get their first home game in a month next Tuesday. Hugoton swept Ulysses tonight at home. Hugoton boys ended up winning 54-43, I believe was that score. Going into the fourth quarter, Goodland with a 3-point lead over Holcomb, 38-35. Of course, Holcomb losing Drayton Knoll for the season. Goodland does not have Lincoln Cure this week. He's playing in that Navy All-Star game and has had his practices this week. Out of the timeout, 3 minutes to go. Up top with it as Mickey Gossman goes left. With it is Wren, now up top to Metzger. 15 to shoot up top to Trango. So just 2 starters right now in for Scott City. Trango's the only one that hasn't subbed out yet tonight, I believe. Now here's Trango with it with 7. He'll drive in, dish it left corner. Baseline jumper is good for Radke. He has 11. 46-24 with 2:41 to go. Good ball movement, patience, and Coach Gentry is going to go a little deeper to the bench, and probably the rest of the starters are going to have the rest of the night off here. Here's Copper penetrating, pivots over Tarango, rimming in and out. Rebound to Metzger. Here's Tarango trying to drive in. Nice dish to Gossman. Kiss off the glass. It's 48-24 with 2:17 to go, and Gossman enters the scorebook for Scott City. 24-point lead with 2:10 to go. Underneath, Wilson whistling a foul. That'll be on Radke. That'll be his third. Team foul number 3 of the fourth quarter with 2:06 to go. So Scott City will continue its winning streak against Cimarron in this building. The Beavers have not lost to the Blue Jays at all in this building. And we get Ethan Fro back in. You get Brody Steckline back in, and entering for the first time is a 6'3 junior, Brendan Cook. 2:06 to go. Deflected off the backboard, stopped, and then a steal. Scott City forces Cimarron into their 17th turnover. Fro with it with 1:55 to go. A little wobbly on the dribble, but picks it back up, and now up top, here's Metzger. Metzger got his first varsity points earlier in this quarter of his career. Now up here is Cook. Goes left to Metzger. Looking to penetrate. Now high. Caston Wren pulls up from the foul line. Line drives it home. And Caston Wren with his first 2 of the night. 50-24, 93 seconds to go. And now Coach Brian Gentry going a little deeper into the bench. Colby Wilson now with 7. 50-26 with 1:24 to go. And we got a timeout for substitution purposes. Chaston Berry enters for the first time tonight, 5'7 sophomore. And Scott City goes a little deeper into the lineup as welcome to the show here, a couple of freshmen. You get, let's see, Cooper Irvin. He is a 5'9 freshman, and we get a kick ball. The 5'9 freshman Cooper Irvin, and Aiden Tarango, the 5'7 freshman, with 1:18 to go. So 13 have suited up, 14 have suited up, and 14 will check in, and Scott City will turn the ball over for the 10th time. Here's a steal, Cimarron the layup, and Wilson's had the last 7 of the fourth quarter. He has 9 tonight, 50-28, final minute in this one. Scott City trying to get it across here. In the front court, here's Fro. Oh, stripped at half court, but picked up by Aiden Tarango, then loses it, and a whistle and a foul. That'll be on Tanner Hamilton, his second. Team foul number 3 of the fourth quarter, 53.2 to go. Scott City is going to match their start at 6-1 for a second straight year. They're going to go north of 500 in league play. Matthew Villa in for the first time. He is a 5'10 senior. Inbound into Aiden Tarango. 50 seconds to go. Here's Cooper Irvin. Well, trying to go give and go. Tarango will launch one from way downtown. Yes! How about it? His first career 3 for Aiden Tarango. 53-28. 35 seconds to go. With it here is Trent Briggs. The adrenaline might be flowing a little higher in that young freshman. 23 seconds to go. With it, here's Villa trying to drive in. Right corner, Hamilton for a three. No. And Cooper Irvin with the rebound for Scott City. 53-28, and ball will be knocked out of bounds with 10 seconds to go. The 28 points is going to be a season low here for the Blue Jays. Their previous season low was 35 in the first game of the year, and Coach Chris Chilton is going to empty the rest of his bench. Diego Salto, Asher English, Christian Kennedy, and Justin Keeler. 10.6 to go. Fro to inbound it in, Chaston Berry. Can he remain perfect in varsity? Oh, he has his first miss, but the rebound to Cimarron. And long pass, English will go out of bounds. 17th Blue Jay turnover with 0.7 of a second. Berry now 3 of 4 shooting this year in varsity play. Inbound to Irvin, and that's all she wrote. Scott City picks up a dominant win here tonight, 53-28 over the Cimarron Blue Jays. We'll come back in 3 minutes for your post-game show. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.